Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Andrew's Mustang Football. We're here in Lubbock, is where we're at, right?
Here at Lowry Field.
Lowry Field is as the Mustangs are getting ready to take on the Lubbock Estacado Matadors on a Thursday night football game. A rare Thursday night, and I think we did it a couple times last year with playoffs, right?
Yes, yeah, we did. Yeah, I guess 2 years ago we played these guys here on Thursday as well. Or am I thinking wrong?
I think it was actually it was a Friday at 4.
Oh,
Remember,
that's what it was.
we came up here and played, but the Mustangs are here at Lowry Field, where the Lubbock Independent School District shares the field between Monterey, the Lubbock High, Matadors, and Coronado, I believe, are the 4 teams that use this field. Nice field.
Real nice.
Press box. But first, we want to thank all our Mustang Sports Booster sponsors and the Sports Booster sponsors that make it possible to listen to the game on the radio at kactradio.com and KACTFM 105.5. We're here on Lowry Field where it's sunny. It's warm. I think it's, what is it?
86 degrees, and we got 10-mile-per-hour wind out of the southeast.
Yeah, 10 miles an hour on the southeast. So not a lot of wind. It's warm. The big flag over there at that dealership is blowing pretty good. Mustangs just got through warming up. They're going to their tunnel. Estacado was out here warming up for about 2 hours before the game. So
they were putting it into practice.
Yeah, they were. They were doing a full-on practice. So the Mustangs are getting ready to take on Estacado. Mustangs coming off a much-needed win against the Monahans Lobos, the winless Monahans Lobos, but they played pretty good as they had some good talent. Number 2 was pretty good for Monahans. And then
I think I heard his name the other day. It's Majestic Williams.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I think that's what I heard.
Yeah, he was a solid talent. The Mustangs were able to shut him down. Had found themselves down 22-8 early in the fourth quarter. They scored, interception, field goal, and then score again with Bo Hudson and get that W. So it was a much needed win we got last week.
Hard fought win for sure. Yeah. Hey, the field goal kick there that Dante came through and kicked the field goal there. I think that's the first field goal all season, right?
Yeah, first field goal or extra point. Dante Lozano, he played football all the way up until this year. He went and tried to go straight soccer, but I think he realized he had a bunch of friends still in football.
Yeah.
So he kind of missed it. Wanted to come back out, and he came up big, and he's a sophomore. So we got, I think, 9 sophomores on the team this week.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So young
talent,
young team, developing them fast. Hopefully, they're all going to be ready for a playoff run. So the Mustangs getting ready to take on Estacado. Both teams are in the locker room. We're about 20 minutes away from kickoff. So we'll go back to the station. When we come back, we'll talk about the starting lineups. You're listening to Andrew's Mustang Football on KACTF and 105.5. And we're back here in Lubbock as the Mustangs are getting ready to take on the Lubbock Estacado Matadors here in a pre-district matchup. As the Matadors, they got some talent. They're going to be fast. Just talking about their offense, we've seen Cedric Ross. We saw his older brother, Bobby Ross, graduate. He went on to Midwestern State over there in Wichita Falls, where he played this year. But we've also, every time we've seen him, we've also seen younger brother Cedric Ross, and he's D1 commit going to Colorado State next year.
Yeah, now he's the big dog. So.
Yeah, he is, and we saw him. He has speed, but there's also that Bozeman.
Yeah, number 6, James Bozeman. He's a senior, and I think last year he's the one that actually killed us.
Yeah, I think maybe we were focusing on Cedric and Bobby too much, but he's the one that would little slot receiver would get that ball and sometimes on a jet sweep, and he was gone. Yeah, he was gone. So he's got some speed. But Cedric Ross, I think, got number 2 in the state for the 100 meters last year.
Oh wow!
So he's got speed. So he's a track star and a football player. So he's gonna be running around. Containing him, I think, is what it's going to have to do.
Yeah, and their offense is so versatile because they can go into that bunch formation, kind of like a wishbone, inverted wishbone, and then go out to spread. So they got a lot of different looks, and they're fast.
Yeah, they have the lefty quarterback. I didn't see his number. Their jerseys didn't have numbers when they were warming up, so I'm not really sure his number. But the lefty quarterback is when they're out in the spread, he'll be throwing it. They'll bring in some bigger fullback type quarterback, or they'll rotate quarterbacks when they run that bunch, almost a wishbone, inverted wishbone. And it's pretty much just a quarterback beast formation, kind of beast, and they just run it up the middle and try to pound it. So they also have that big number. I think he's 79 or 77. He's a D1 prospect. He's a junior or sophomore. I can't really remember which one he is, but he's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Can you say that?
Kevondre Smith.
Kevondre Smith.
I wonder if he's related to Vershaundrick Smith. Number 77 to 79.
They might be brothers.
They might be. Their names are tough to say.
Yeah.
So the Mustangs have some changes here on the offense and the defense. Jason Mendoza's going to be sitting out another week. I think he keeps trying to come back and understand. You want to play football, but I think they're going to sit him out, let him get healthy for district. Yeah, for a district and a playoff run, as he just can't get over that nagging ankle injury. Feels better throughout the week, and then he comes back for the game, runs a little bit, and then he gets hurt again. So I think they're going to be smart with that. But then we have Blas Hernandez and Jace Van Zandt that's going to take the reins from him, as they've stepped in pretty well, both of those kids.
They have, yeah. They both run hard, that's for sure.
They both run hard. I think Jace Van Zandt might have a little bit more speed, but that's not to say Blas doesn't have it, as he had a 90-yard run a couple games ago.
Yeah, he proved us wrong. He might have hurt us or something.
Yeah, I think he did.
We were saying he was more like the ground and pound kind of guy, right? And
then
he busted that big run.
He does run hard. We have Jay Sean DeBose, still the 2-back for the Mustangs. Hopefully he gets the ball a little bit more as we start working in closer to district and into the playoffs. Hopefully he becomes our workhorse. They did in the second half. They used him a little bit against Monaghan's. That long drive that we had to end the third quarter and go into the fourth quarter, they featured Jay Sean. Yes. And we ended up scoring a touchdown. So I'd like to see a little bit more of that.
I think him with 20 carries.
Yes, at least.
You're at least 20 carries. It's a close game, right?
Yeah, I agree. Him with 20, that's probably a good mark. 20 carries, more than 20 carries. Now, he doesn't need to be the only one getting the ball, but at least 75% of them, and then filter it out from there.
Yeah, well, especially when you run the ball almost every down. Yeah. 20 carries is probably not a whole lot.
Yeah, when you're running 60 plays.
Yeah, that's going to set up Bo. That's going to set up Van Zandt, Blas, So.
Speaking of Bo, had that big 87-yard go-ahead touchdown in Monaghan's. Didn't seal the game, but it put us up, and then the defense sealed the game after that. Bo Hudson is going to be the 3-back with right behind Colin Kelly, the sophomore Colin Kelly, quarterback.
And he's I know we don't pass a lot, but when we do, and he's able to drop it into some spots. It's not normal for a sophomore.
Yeah, you're right. One thing they did last week is they dropped back. Like, instead of rolling them out to the sideline where they're only giving them half the field to throw, they dropped straight back, and the line was giving them probably more time than he anticipated. And like on that interception, I felt like he rushed it a little bit. So if the line can give him that much time and he can sit back and go through his progressions, I think he can take that next level.
Yeah, because I think there was a wrinkle in there on one of those pass plays where I think it was Verick?
Yeah, Verick.
Verick. He ran up the seam and he was wide open, right? Yeah. But I think that's when he threw that pick.
Yeah.
So if he hits Verick in the end zone right there, we scored.
Yeah.
So I think there might be a little bit of a wrinkle there, and he can just see the field a little better and make that pass.
Yep. So then the line, I think with the line's going to look a little different. I know Kobe Glass. He didn't play last week. He came back, and it shows he's number 34, but he has moved from defensive line to offensive line. Okay. And I'm not sure what number he'll be. He's not going to be 34. Gio Cordoza is going to go back to he's wearing 2 numbers, so he might switch back and forth. Number 16, no 14, 14, yeah, 14 and 60. When he has to move to interior line, he'll wear number 60 if he's going to be tight end. He'll be number 14 as Julian Luna is going to have to be out this week for a nagging injury.
And but on Glass going to the offensive line, that puts some extra weight on that line.
Put some size.
Pounds. So that's some good size on that side of the ball.
You're right. We have Jason Dixon, who's I think number 52. Is that the number he? Or Jace Dixon, yeah, 62. He's a sophomore. They pulled up, and he started at right tackle next to Juju Azam last week. And Juju Azam, the 3-year starter. Ethan Roberts, our center. And then I think Ezekiel Gamboa is going to be one of our linemen. And who else am I missing? Colton Orson. Colton Orson, he plays offensive line. He's the quick guard. So those are our linemen that, I think they've been shuffling them out, trying to find a good chemistry, a good combination. And that's what you do in preseason, pre-district games is you shuffle around, try to find out what works, and then hopefully you have that figured out by the time district comes on and into the playoffs.
Yeah, and I think, man, 62, Dixon, I think he looked pretty good last week too. So.
Yeah, he did. I went and watched a couple of he was throwing some kids around. I was watching some of the film last week after the game, and he was pushing some kids around. He likes to, and I watched him on the sub-varsity games, and he's a good defensive lineman too. I think he likes defensive linemen better, but we need him more right there on the offensive line.
Yeah, need a physical cat up front. So.
Yeah, I think Estacado's doing a giveaway or something right there at midfield. Not really sure what's going on, but Community Connection, is that what it says? School of the Week? Oh, Community Connection School of the Week is Estacado.
Maybe they did something community service-wise. Yeah. Maybe they got some...
From Optimum.
Yeah, giving some money away or getting some money, I can't tell.
Getting some money, probably.
That looks kind of small on there. Yeah. I just can't see it.
Yeah. Well, congratulations to Estacado. The color guard's getting ready to come out for the national anthem. We're about 10.5 minutes away from kickoff. The tunnels are coming up, so you're listening to Andrews Mustang Football on KACTFM 105.5. And we're back here in Lubbock as the tunnels are up. Mustangs and Estacado both in the locker room, but they're getting ready to come out. About 8.5 minutes away from kickoff, so Mustangs getting ready to take on the Estacado, who Estacado lost to Canyon Randall last week, 7-14. Close game, not a lot of offense, but a lot of defense. So you don't know what they're going to run into. They played West Plains, probably the best team here in West Texas, earlier this season, and And they put up 30 points on that team, Estacado did, but they gave up like 63.
Yeah. So that might have been a lot of garbage time, maybe.
Yeah, you're right. So Estacado's they're about ready to come out. They're wearing their silver helmets, some
blue tops
and white pants. Mustangs are getting ready to come out as well, as they're wearing their white tops, black helmets, black pants. The captains, it looks like, are coming out for the Mustangs.
Yeah, it looks like Azam, Jay Sean.
I think Brody's one of them. Let me see. I got it right
here. Might be our same people from last week, huh?
I think Sammy, it's a little different. I think it's Xavier.
Sammy's out there, Xavier.
Xavier Cruz, Jay Sean. They usually send.
Is that Rocky? I think that's Rocky.
They got Brody, Figueroa, Xavier Cruz, Sammy, Jay Sean, Rocky, and Juju are going to be the captains. So captain's getting ready to come out. The Estacados, our whole team's coming out. Just about 7 minutes away from kickoff, and the shades already covered the field as this big old press box that we're in. I feel like I'm.
Oh yeah, you're way up.
Yeah, I'm in a skyscraper up here. But so the shades already covered the field. Most of our fans are in the shade, except those crazy ones. I think it's Coach's arm up there.
At the very top.
Yeah, at the very top. He has to sit at the top, but he's still in the sun. I don't know how long it's going to be till he gets in the shade, but. Anyways, Mustang defense got a task to have to cover Cedric Ross and company, the speed. So we're going to have to use our speed if we can. We're not as fast as we have been in years past, but we still got some speed out there.
Yes, we do.
Missing Raider. Raider's not going to be out here again today, so missing Raider, that he's one of our fastest kids on the team, is gonna hurt. But Mustang's defense got the cornerback's going to be Brody Figueroa and Adrian Miller, just like last week. The safeties will be Rocky Stevens and Tommy Evans, the sophomore. Tommy's been a force back there at safety.
He has, man. He's able to come down. He plays in the box. He comes and makes some big hits.
Yeah, he really does. So our linebacker is going to be Leslie Hood. He got a season-ending knee injury last year. That's his second one in a couple years. Hopefully he can. It's not the same leg, but hopefully he can come back from it and play as good as he was. That dude was on fire.
He might need some rubber bands put in there instead, huh?
Something, but the best wishes to Leslie and his family. I know it's tough, and I was talking to him after the game, and he knew it from as soon as it happened. So
it's not fun, I'll tell you that.
No, it's not. So the linebackers are going to be Sammy Saldivar and Pablo Bejarano. Another sophomore moved up, Colton Figueroa, probably rotating in at the inside linebacker. Outside linebackers are going to be Xavier Cruz, number 10, and Brody Nelson, the junior. Number 16. Yeah, number 16 going to be on the other outside. And then the inside, we kind of switch around. Lane Thomas, J.J. Palacios, Ramirez. Who else was down there? Lomley, Moose, Mason Robles. So they just rotate around right there in the interior, which they should, to keep them fresh, especially against these big kids that we're about to go up against here in Estacado.
Yeah, and during warm-ups, we saw a different little package out there. So once they roll that out, maybe we can we'll have an extra linebacker out there, I think it was. So
yeah, I think
we'll shout them out.
Yeah, during warm-ups, they had Tyne Richters came out, and then we had 3 outside linebackers with Brody covering almost like an inside cornerback.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Tommy, I was told Tommy's going to come down and cover. He's going to kind of spy. He's probably one of our fastest on defense too. Be watching Cedric Ross. What number is Cedric Ross?
He is number 1.
Number 1. He's one of their captains. Number 23, their other captain is Donovan Torres.
And then 7.
Jay
Terrion
Hargers. And then number 6, that Bozeman, right?
Yep,
James Bozeman. James Bozeman. So it looks like Estacado is gonna receive the ball. Mustangs must have won and deferred. So captain's about to run to the tunnel. The Mustangs are getting ready to run out. We're about 4 minutes away from kickoff. So you're listening to Andrews Mustang Football on KACTFM 105.5. And we're back as the Mustangs are getting ready to do the national anthem, so we are going to watch that. Hopefully you can hear it. Estacado band doing the national anthem. Mustangs have probably more fans than Estacado does here today.
Yeah, about to say the band too. I think there's only like maybe 30 kids in their band.
Yeah, you're right. So Mustangs fans traveled well wearing pink. That was the pep rally spirit day today, I believe.
Yes, it was.
Should be starting the national anthem right now. Sorry, we're a little quiet. We came back right on time to hear it. Hopefully you can hear the.
There it goes.
I can hear it a little bit. I feel like they should all be facing.
Yeah, the flag in the middle a bit.
Yeah. All right, there's the national anthem. We are here for kickoff now as the Mustangs should be kicking off. Estacado, I believe, from what I saw, is going to be receiving the ball. They're going to be going from left to right. That's from north to south, right?
Yes,
Mustangs will be going from south to north here in Lowry Field here in Lubbock. I like coming to Lubbock. Not a bad place to come to.
Not a bad drive at all.
No, it's a lot better than Pecos.
Yeah, way better than Pecos.
or even Monaghan's.
Yeah. Yeah, I tell you what, we got the coaches next door too. I might write a play on here and maybe put it on the window. They can see it.
Yeah, if y'all want us to tell the coach, want us to tell the coaches something, y'all let us know. We'll just knock on the window over here and tell them, hey, throw the ball, run the ball, whatever y'all want to know.
Jay Sean to the white side.
Jay Sean to the wide side. What do y'all want us to tell them? We'll tell them. I'm not gonna say they're gonna listen, but we'll tell them.
We'll say it. Yeah.
That is the coach's son, J. Rick Ward. I think he's going to be the quarterback.
Okay, 15.
Yeah, 15. He's a freshman.
Man.
Ward, I believe, played for Tech, their coach.
Oh, really?
I believe he's a Tech alum, if I'm not mistaken. I think last year or the year before was his first year to come to Estacado. Mustangs kickoff teams out there, like I mentioned earlier, we're wearing the white tops, black helmets, black pants. Estacado wearing their silver helmets, some royal blue jerseys, and their white pants. Dante Lozano, the sophomore kicker who made that field goal, 24-yard field goal or so last week. Those points came in clutch for the Mustangs. He's teeing it up.
That was the jump start right there.
That was, yeah. It came 3 plays after Brody's interception, and then got that field goal. Then defense held him 3 and out. And here comes the ball. Here's the kickoff as he kicks a shallow one that's going to hit the ground at the 20. It's going to get past him. Oh, I think it went out of bounds if they didn't touch it. Yeah, they didn't touch it. That was almost a perfect kick.
I thought he touched it for a second.
Yeah, I thought he did too. It was a good kick. I like where it went. So the Mustangs defense going to start on the 30, I believe is where it'll start. I think it's going to start on the 30. See who we have out there. Miller, Brody, I believe.
Rocky, Tommy.
So they are coming in that formation where we have 3 outside linebackers. Cruz, Brody Nelson, and Titan Richters are all out there.
Yeah, Lomley and Lane are the 2 defensive linemen.
Yes. So they are coming out in Estacado's coming out in the spread. Number 6, Bozeman's the running back next to the quarterback. They got 2 receivers to the top side, to the left, 1 to the bottom. See what they decide to do, if they try to get it outside pretty quick. They're going to snap it, drop back for a pass. He's just going to go deep right here, down to the bottom to Miller. Good coverage right there for Miller.
He played that really good.
Yeah,
Pushed him into the boundary.
Yeah, you want to use the out of bounds as a defender.
Man, that was exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah, that Radon Sanders.
He's
a senior. So they just tried to go deep on Miller pretty quick. Didn't work, so it's going to be a 2nd and 10. Just a little fade route. That big number 77 is out there. He's their left tackle. He's a D1 prospect, has been since his freshman year. Same formation with 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Estacado's got a running back next to him. They're just going to turn and hand it to him up the middle. And he cuts up the middle, and he's going to try to get past him, and he does. That's Bozeman. That's the Bozeman we were talking about.
He's gone. Well,
look that's Brody Nelson trying to catch him, and he does it as he made that cut outside, and he put Tommy and Brody on skates right there. So just like that, touchdown for Estacado on their 2nd play of the game.
I was going to say this before the ball was snapped, but you could see a gap on that right side of the defense, which would be the left side of the offense, and he pretty much just wiggled through there, and he was gone. Yeah, like we said last year, Bozeman, Ross didn't hurt us. Bozeman's the one that was pretty much, he scored, I would say, at least 3 of their touchdowns last year.
Yeah.
Here's a snap for the extra point. It is
up, and it's good. As now the Estacado takes 7-0, takes the lead 7-0, just like that. As the Mustangs let them score on the 2nd play. They tried to go deep on the 1st play, and then the 2nd play, right up the middle, he went to the right, come back to the left, and there was a big old hole there, and then he's good enough to make, not a lot of people are good enough to make Tommy miss. He made Tommy miss, and then Brody was trying to get a pursuit, and then he cuts it in and made Brody miss as well. So,
yeah, he's probably, 4.6 speed.
Oh yeah, he's fast. Yeah, so. So the Mustangs find themselves down quick, 7-0. See if the offense is going to be able to answer. I know some of the volleyball players are on their way. They got out of practice at 5:30. They probably should be pulling up here in a minute if they drove as fast as me. If not, they're about 15 minutes away.
Don't drive as fast as Dimitri.
Yeah, Sergio Robles, he's a trooper himself. He might be able to get away with it. So Estacado's defense or kickoff team teeing it up. Mustangs down 7-0, just like that, pretty quick. Not very encouraging. Yeah, the defense can make a change.
It's a shell shock, right? Like right here, you want that offense. It don't matter. It doesn't matter what you do, but just try to get a first down, right? And then try to get the next first down.
Yeah.
And, just try to hack away at this field.
Yep.
I think here, the more time you waste, the better for us.
Yeah. Now we want to slow it down. We don't want to let them keep scoring fast. So we want to hold the ball, 5-6 minute drive, and then end it with a touchdown.
Exactly.
But that also, we came out with the 3 outside linebackers, basically adding a cornerback with Tyne Richters and stuff, and they countered it running right up the middle where we would typically have another D lineman. Yes. So maybe that's some of that game of chess that we play. Here's the kick. It's a shallow kick. Who is that? Blas Hernandez is going to get it. He's going to get to the 40.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's not Blas.
That's Overstein.
Overstein.
Yeah, Overstein. That's the quarterback, number 13. I just saw the 3.
Yeah.
So here comes the Mustangs offense as a.
Yeah, I like that though. He returned the ball right there.
Had he fair caught it, we'd have been on the 25.
Yes.
Now we're sitting here on the 40. So I like it too. So, I think we do see a 52. Is that a 52, 51?
Yeah, that's Gamboa.
Yeah, 50.
No, I'm sorry. That's Sebastian Ortiz. 52.
Sebastian Ortiz out there, yep. Slot right T formation. There's going to be a handoff to Bo right up the middle, and he's hammered by number 50. Yep.
That would be
DeKyrie Boyd.
DeKyrie Boyd.
Yep. So no gain. So right at the line of scrimmage, the Mustangs defense is. I think I even remember last year, not a lot of success up the middle against Estacado.
No, they got some big boys.
T formation or I formation, slot left. There's that toss to. That's Blas Hernandez right there. That's just a inside toss to Blas. That was Blas, right?
Yeah, for about 7.
For about 7 yards. So That's what we will have success with. Right off tackle, maybe on the inside of the tight end or just on the outside of tight end. Just that I formation. Big 77 coming in on defense now.
Yeah, and 79's up there too. I think it's the brothers. You got a nose tackle and a D tackle. They're brothers. They're probably 300 pounds easy.
Yep. So we got slot right, T formation. There's that handoff to Bloss. He's going to get across the 50. He gets down to the 45. So Bloss hitting him outside. He was at that 4-back. So it's 3. So he got 7 more yards. So yeah, he was at the 4-back. So that's off tackle. You know, maybe that we're not going to get much in the middle, but that was off tackle, and we got another 7. So good, 2 good runs right there by Bloss.
Hey, the blocking, if you just pinch that down as an offense, you got it all day.
So we got slot right, T formation. There's going to be the counter to Jay Sean. Let's see if he gets outside. He's across the 40. He's across 35. Good run right there. As another first down. Yeah, he does get the first down as he gets down to the 34-yard line, 33-yard line. So that was going to be a 13-yard gain.
That was good right there. That's that little counter.
Yes.
That looked really good. Moving the ball here, folks. It looks pretty good right now on offense.
Yep. Slot left, T formation. There's going to be Bloss coming out the left side again, and he gets to the 30. Oh, he gets thrown down right at the 30, but he did get 3, maybe 1, maybe 2. They're going to call him down at the 31.
And he kind of was running a little tall right there.
Yeah, I think he was a little. He's not usually that timid.
Yeah, he's really trying to hit.
Yeah. So we got a good drive going on. It's going to be a 2nd and 8 here as the Mustangs are trailing 7-0 with 9:44 left in the first quarter. We got a wing. There's going to be Jay Sean coming around. He's going to cut it up, and he's still going as he's to the 25. Now he's to the 22, and big pile right there. That's where he falls. I think maybe he gets a first down right there.
Got about 10 there, didn't he?
Yes.
Or 9 maybe.
Down to the 22. There's a lot of room right there on the outside.
Yeah. Did you notice that was a double wing right
there?
there?
Yeah, that was a double wing. There's a lot of room out there. So and hopefully what you want to do is, all right, let's spread. They're going to spread it out. They might move the D tackles and the D ends out, and then Bo will be up in the middle. You know.
Exactly.
So that's where you want to keep pounding Jay Sean and Bloss. Slot right, T formation. There's Bloss right there on that blast, 44 blast. He gets across the 20. He's going to fall forward to the 18.
About 4 there.
Yeah, 4 yards right there for good drive for the Mustangs. Maybe a pass right here?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, this is where you want to do it. I like that for Bloss. He didn't get much playing time last week. He comes here in the first drive, and he's getting what? He's got
4 carries already, yes. So we got slot right, wing to the left, single back. There's going to be Bo up the middle. We got a penalty flag down here. I don't know if it's going to be offsides.
I would think you'd be offside, right?
Let's see what Yep, it's going to be offsides, and we'll take it.
Keep on doing it, guys.
Yeah, good drive right here. So we're going to get it's going to be a 2nd and 2, 2nd and 1. Colton Orson, 51 out there.
Orson, we got 51 out there. Yeah. We got 62, like I was talking about.
That's that Jace Dixon, sophomore.
Yeah, the line's looking really good right now.
Yeah, I'm really liking what we're seeing here. And we're controlling it. 8:20 left in the first quarter. Slot left. T formation. Got him offsides again. Good. Cullen's just going to go down is what you need to do. Just go down. That's going to be a first down, though, as Cullen.
Hard count right there.
Yeah, hard count. I think a lot of offenses when you get them off. Look at they're dancing down there. A lot of offenses when you get them offside, you throw it deep. He just runs a quarterback sneak. So
yeah, exactly.
But 2 offsides right there in a row, and that shows that maybe be some scouting as you see how aggressive they are. But typically, in scouting on their end too, because we run up, we snap it. We run up and snap it. They're probably telling them, y'all better be ready when they run up.
Yeah, they're gonna snap.
They're gonna snap, and we're not. So we got slot left, wing to the right. There's gonna be Bo. And he trips. As there was a huge hole if he doesn't stumble right there. There's a huge hole right there. But he does get down to the 3.
I think he got 5.
Yeah, he got 5. I think he was expecting to get hit, and he didn't. And then,
that hole opens up. I mean, and it's that double wing. I don't know. It's something they're seeing different out there as far as defense goes.
Is that Jay Sean up the middle? Touchdown for the Mustangs. Good drive, just like we were talking about, and the Mustangs get on the board for a touchdown, and Jay Sean with a 3-yard run here with 7:32 left in the first quarter. I keep saying ball game. It would be cool if it was a ball game.
Here we go, 2 points. Sorry.
Yeah, 2-point conversion. They're going to just toss it out to Jay Sean, and he gets killed. So we have a field goal kicker. I'm not sure. Too much. So the Mustangs are down 6-7 here with 7:32 left in the ball. Will you stop me saying that?
Yeah.
In the first quarter. You're listening to Andrew's Mustang Football on KACTF on 105.5. And we're back here in Lubbock as the Mustangs are down 6-7 as we didn't convert on that 2-point conversion.
You said they were down what?
6-7. 6-7.
6, okay.
Yes,
gotcha. All right. I was going to go back to talk about what we were talking about earlier. We had 11:51, 11:44, something like that. We got it down. We had a good drive.
Yep.
Got 7:32 now on the clock, so that's exactly what you want.
That's exactly perfect drive. Now let's see if our defense can make the adjustments, make a stop here as our kickoff team's out there, but I can't believe you made me say 6-7. Again, I know there's moms and dads out there that probably want to slap me for saying it because I know that's all their kids say. Yeah. There's a high kick. It's going to be fair caught at the 33. So that's where the Estacado Matadors will take over as they scored in 2 plays last time.
A deep shot or a shot up the sideline.
Yep.
And then that run to the left.
Look who's out on defense right now. Jay Sean DeBose.
Yeah. They're going to put him at linebacker.
I think he's been crossing that outside linebacker. Let's see what he does. He might mirror Cedric Ross. Cedric Ross was an inside receiver on the top side. He's an outside receiver. Brody on Cedric Ross right now. Nope, he comes back inside.
I'd rather Jay Sean be safety, to be honest.
Yeah. So Jay Sean's going to cover the inside. They might run they got it. Let's see. They got 3 receivers to the left.
Wide side.
Yep. And they're just going to run it down here to the wide side. Let's see if Miller can force him back in. He does. And we do make a tackle.
Oh, who's that right there?
That was 16, Brody Nelson.
Brody almost knocked that ball out.
Yeah, he did. That was number 6, Bozeman, who just gets the ball. They had 3 receivers to the left, and they just ran it the other way. Like you said, as a wide side because the ball was on that hash. So
makes sense to me to do it. They got the speed, And they're going to try to drag it out just like Monahan's did, right? They kind of made it wide and had those cuts.
Yeah, they did. So they're going to same formation but flipped as now they're on the right hash. They got 3 receivers to the right side, nobody to the top, and they're going to hand it off up the middle. You see, and he makes a kid miss, and then he spins, and he gets to the 48.
And that was Bozeman again with the carry.
Yeah, Tommy come in and made that tackle.
And he spun off of that. They got to be careful, make sure they wrap up and bring him down.
Yes, he's a shifty kid. 71 Lomley, is that Lomley?
Yes.
Out there?
And Lane.
Cruz. Yeah. So we have a big gap right there between Lomley and Cruz. They got 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left.
Oh, shift.
Lane shifts. They're going to run it right up the middle. And he's who is that makes that tackle from behind Cruz? That was Sammy and Cruz make that tackle.
Yeah, right there.
But not before he got 5 or 6.
Before they shifted, Bejarano was the middleman right there. He was a middle linebacker basically, right?
Yeah.
And then he kind of overshot and went outside, and they're cutting back up in on that. So he might have to see that opening a little different there to make a stop.
Yeah. So it's gonna be second and 4 as they got 6 on that one. They got 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the bottom. Miller's up in the face. Going to be 1-on-1 down here. They got a running back flanking the quarterback. They're just going to hand it off right up the middle. And he runs into a wall, and that was Cruz and Bejarano. right there as he just ran into a wall. Great play right there for Cruz and Bejarano, which Cruz doesn't not a lot of times in the middle, but he was in the middle right there making that stop.
Yeah, we got third down now.
Yeah, third down. It's going to be 3rd and 2. See if we can get 2 stops right here. I imagine it's 4 down territory for the Matadors.
Yeah, for sure. We got a little flanker up here behind the line.
5:15 left in the first quarter.
Shuffle pass?
Yeah, let's see. They got 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the bottom. Somebody's got to be outside. They're going to just hand it up right up the middle. And there's a tackle for Sammy Saldivar, but not before he gets a first down.
He almost had him right there, too, behind the sticks. But 1 too many yard game there.
Yeah, so 1st and 10, 5:02, or 5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Mustangs trailing 7-6. I will not say it the way you want me to.
Hey, this is a good thing, though, right? The defense is making them earn the yardage, earn that touchdown.
It's not as easy as it was. Jay Sean's still in there at defense. Sammy Saldivar and Pablo Bejarano, the inside linebackers.
23 down here in the slot.
Isaac Ramirez, the nose tackle. We lost some size with Lomley coming off, but Isaac's a tough one down there in the middle. And they're just going to run it right up the middle. And we do make the tackle, and that's going to be –
that's Ross right there with the carry.
It's Jay Sean's in there, and Cruz making another tackle as Cruz is –
maybe on the scouting report, like you said, maybe those bigger linemen aren't as quick to get on to Cruz,
Yeah, you're right. You're trying to use speed to get around him as Cruz is down in a – He gets down in a – yeah, he's basically down in a 3-point stance, 4-point stance, and he's working defensive end, which is kind of new for us in his in this defense. He's down in a 4-point stance, his Cruz. They're going to motion one up to the top. They're going to hand it back down to the bottom. That's Cedric Ross trying to get outside. Good play right there for Brody Nelson. Just strung him out to the boundary, and then he was able to get some help right there from Isaac Ramirez and company. So Mustangs make them lose 2. So now it's going to be a 3rd and 9. Here, ball spotted on the 40-yard line of the Mustangs. 3:38 left in the first quarter.
I'd imagine a pass, right? We've only seen one pass so far, so maybe some play action.
Miller's playing really confident against this receiver right here on the bottom. He's like right up in his face. So that's why they went the fade route the last time. That's going to be Cedric Ross up there one-on-one with Brody. They're going to fake the handoff, and they're going to play action. They're going to hand it to 14, and Tommy does get the tackle. As it was that 14 just came out of the backfield for a quick out. They just threw it to him. Tommy comes and makes the tackle, but not before he gets the 10 needed.
And we've always had that problem with that flanker back, where it's like I guess nobody knows if it's their guy or not, right?
And Brody was one-on-one with the outside receiver, so he goes back with him, and then
leaves it wide open right there. Maybe play action. It makes them bite up a little bit too. So
they're gonna motion the jet sweep to Cedric Ross. He's coming around. We're just gonna try to string him out. We do a good job as we just push him out of bounds right there. As he just couldn't get around the corner. That's
Rocky.
Rocky gets him out, but I think everybody as far as Lane and Brody Nelson just stringing him out to that sideline for no gain.
Yeah, we haven't seen Cedric Ross's speed just yet. Mm-hmm. I bet once he finds just a little gap right there.
He's just looking.
Yeah, he's just looking right now. So, and it's all hand signals for this offense, folks. They get the hand signal and they get up there and run the play. Mm-hmm. So, and he's going way up there top.
So that's Brody one-on-one up there in the top. Tommy's moving up there, so he might have anything kind of inside deep. Brody's got outside deep. They're just going to fake the handoff. He's going to roll to the right. He does get it to number 14 out of the backfield, but only for about 2 yards as he rolled to his right. He's a left-handed quarterback, so
making it a little hard to throw there. Yep. I think that was a screen. 72 for Estacado was out there. That
trying to get out there.
Elijah Gonzalez was out there trying to block.
Yeah, so they were trying to get out in front. Mustangs are making them work for it this drive. 2:30 left here in the first quarter. Mustangs trailing by 1.
And over Ramirez up front, he's doing a good job up there.
Yeah, he is. So. Yeah. Cruz, the defensive timeout. So it's going to be timeout for the Mustangs. Is that what's called timeout? So 2.5 minutes left here in the first quarter, timeout. So we'll go back to the station. You're listening to Andrews Mustang Football on KACTFM 105.5.
Yeah.
And we're back here in Lubbock as the Mustangs are down 6-7 against the Lubbock Matadors. Lubbock Estacado Matadors. The Estacado scored on their second play of the game as they got the ball first. The first throw, they tried to throw deep, did not work, and then they handed it off to Bozeman up the middle, and he went the distance, about 60 yards or so.
Yeah, give or take.
Yeah, give or take. And then the Mustangs get the ball, and we did a 5-minute drive just like we talked about that ended in a touchdown. We went for two, kind of a trick play, 2-point conversion where we had everybody to the left, and they tried to run Jay Sean one-on-one with somebody, and it didn't work. But
yeah, swinging gate. I don't know if that's the call there. You got a kicker now. I think the extra point would have been better. Now, hey, we're down by 1.
The way I like to say it, if you score first, go for 2. You know, if they score and they kick a field goal, let's try to match them.
Match it. Yep.
But I think we're expecting to score more touchdowns than just 1. So.
And the way they're looking right now, I mean, it's there. It's there for the taking right now. So.
Yep. So.
We got Lomley running back in.
Yeah, Lomley's coming in. Jay Sean, Jay Sean's gonna go cover. They got 2 receivers to the top side. Cedric Ross is the inside receiver. We're talking about Cedric a lot as he's the D1 commit going to Colorado State. He's gonna snap it. He's gonna drop back. He's going to the right, and it was a wheel route and good coverage right there for Rocky as he just gets his hands up through it. And now it's gonna be 4th down, 4th and 8. As they did a wheel route right there, and Rocky had perfect coverage.
And then looking back over here in the backfield, we got Ramirez hitting the quarterback. And we got 2 linemen around him. So
I did see him down on the ground. I didn't see who hit it as I was watching this throw. So the 4th and 8 Mustangs can get off the field here, be big, and then we can get a drive going on here with 2:22 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, we need to watch 14 right here. 14 is Don Tavis, I guess, Bass. He's that little flanker back that kind of went out into the flats there. So
Bass.
we need to watch out
for him. Is
that
Cedric one-on-one up there with Brody?
Yes.
Oh, they just had to call timeout because they ran somebody out there late. So Estacado calls a timeout here with 2:22 left. If we can get off the field right here, it'll be a win, a huge win.
Definitely, yeah.
Mustangs get the offense. We found something that was working, kind of off tackle, not as much in the middle.
It's kind of like the stretch.
Yes,
right?
Yeah,
but like
stretch.
you said, what's going to happen is they're going to end up moving those tackles 1 gap over, right, or half a gap.
Yes.
That half a gap is going to play dividends in the middle.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you're right. So the Mustangs offense had a good drive, and they ended with a Jay Sean touchdown. The defense can get off the field right here, and if we can get off the field, then get back out, get the offense back out there, get another drive, maybe get a touchdown about 7 minutes left in the second quarter.
Yeah, take it into the second.
Yeah, take it into the second is what you want to do. Or we can score fast, as long as we score.
Keep scoring.
Just keep scoring.
That's the name of the game.
Right.
But this offense, this is built for this kind of game when you have kind of lightning, right?
Yeah.
Lightning in a bottle on this side of the field as far as Estacado goes. We need to run that clock down and not let the lightning out of the bottle.
Yeah, you're right. Don't let them score fast. You want to control the clock. But you got to get off the field right here on a 4th and 8. They got, I think, 3rd and 9. They got the 10 a minute ago. It was a little out. They're giving them about 3 minutes here on a timeout. I'm not really sure what's going on.
Not in a hurry, I guess.
Oh, you know what? It's they are filming it, and it's a commercial. See this?
Yeah, you're right. These
people right here have their hand up, so they just dropped it. So they do have it.
Yeah, it's being televised, right?
It's being televised. They said a 4-letter combo that I'm not really sure it was, .com, KCBD or something like that, .com, if you want to watch it there.
I guess we can't say televised, folks. We're too old. It's streamed.
Streamed. Well, I was asking him, y'all streaming it? He's like, no, we're live. So y'all streaming it live? No, we're on TV. So he doesn't know what streaming is either. So I was the young one in that conversation. Yeah. So 2:22 left here in the first quarter. Estacado's got 2 receivers to either side. Cedric's the inside receiver to the top. Jay Sean's one-on-one with them. They're going to drop back. He's looking to the right. And he doesn't get him. We get a sack right there.
Awesome.
Who gets that right there? That's Lomley. Lomley and Cruz get a sack, and the Mustangs are going to take over on the 38-yard line. The Mustangs are going to take over. Great play right there for Lomley. As I think what happened is he was looking at the inside receiver right here, and Rocky cut it off.
Yeah. I want to say, I could be wrong, but I want to say they might have been playing a little stunt game there up front.
Maybe.
They got too loose.
Yeah, we did. And we're only running a 3-man front.
Yeah.
With Cruz, Lomley, and Lane Thomas. So the Mustangs, Rocky, if he would have thrown that, Rocky intercepts it. And that's why he held it, and then he didn't have no more time, and the Mustangs were able to get that sack. So we can go take the lead right here with 2:15 left in the first quarter. Today's Thursday. It's Friday Night Football. Yeah, he needs to scoot back. Yeah, and we're gonna have false start.
Oh no!
They gotta wait till he gets out there. That's on. I'm gonna be honest. That's on the quarterback.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
He's gotta look and make sure we're set over there. And if he's not set, slow it down.
The bad thing about it was Vert, right? Yeah. He ran 2 yards past the line of scrimmage and had to reset. We're not used to that.
We're not used to having a receiver. We don't know how far we got to be or what, So judging that, but so it's gonna be 1st and 15. We did have a receiver out there. Let's see if we do it again. And
he was actually a receiver. He was out by the numbers.
Yeah, he was out. He was out there. But had he lined up right first time, it would have been timing perfect. So slot left, wing formation. There's gonna be Bo getting hit as he's still running. He gets to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. As he got hit right when he got the ball. He tried to bounce out, and he did good enough to get back to the line of scrimmage. So it's gonna be 2nd and 15. Hopefully that penalty doesn't
derail this.
Yeah, derail it.
That right there, 1st and 15. I don't know if I don't try to pass it there, right? Yeah. Like just see what happens.
Yeah.
And it might be coming right here on 2nd and 15.
Let's see,
not really a wide side here. We're kind of closer to that further hash.
To the right hash. Mustangs going from right to left. We got slot right, I formation. Let's see if that toss is going to come, and it does to Blas Hernandez. He's getting outside, and he's going to be across the 45. He's going to get almost down to the 50. I think he had 15. It's going to be 1 yard short, so a 14-yard gain right there for Blas. That toss is there. I want to say that toss was there last year.
I think it was, Because they're playing their defensive line further inside of our tight ends.
Yep. It was there last year with it was Leroy Milan's play last year, who we pounded in that. So there's going to be Jay Sean on that 44 blast, and he's going to get the first down, still going, and he's gone. Nope, there had a jersey, but he's going to be down to the 30 of the Estacado as he does get through, but they did hold his jersey.
40.
They were on the 47, so that's 3 plus, so that they're down to the 27, so 23 yards, 26-yard gain.
26 yards for Jay Sean. Man, that's like we said, I think you were talking about the middle school game. It's a cloud of dust.
Yeah. And then he just came out, and he was gone. But somebody had a hold of his under jersey.
Yeah.
You know when you see it look like a Stretch Armstrong, like it just stretched. So the Jay Sean gets us down to the 27-yard line, 1st and 10. We got slot right, T formation. There's going to be Blas again. He's going around he gets across the 25 down to the 22-yard line. So 5 yards. I like how Blas is running.
Yeah, he's running hard tonight.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was Roberts a while ago. 66, isn't it, Roberts?
Yep.
Man, he jumped up on that big run with Blas that first time, and he's yelling, he's flexing, so
that's going to be
they're getting after him.
They are. Our offensive line, we have beefed it up a little bit, so that's going to be the end of the first quarter. So
that's fire with fire, right?
Yep.
Size with size on that offensive line. So
Mustangs go in the first quarter trailing 6-7, but we're driving, so we'll go to break. You're listening to Andrews Mustang Football on KACTF FM 105.5. And we're back here in Lubbock as the Mustangs are driving down to the 22-yard line. We're going to come out with a 2nd and 5 as Estacado's defense out on the field. Mustangs offense still in the huddle on the side.
Yeah, we were still on the TV break, I guess.
Yep.
Young lady down there with her hand up for a second longer.
Yep. That's something new.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. The Mustangs offense out there in the huddle, moving the ball really well. Probably the best that we've started so far.
Exactly. Yes.
And in the last quarter, this drive started with a penalty. Yeah, and we're still doing our slot right T formation. There is a wide side. We got them off sides. Collins just gonna do the quarterback sneak.
Look, this coach is slapping his hands down here on the sideline. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah, I would like to see maybe
I'd like to see maybe
a deep pass,
a flea flicker, or, something.
Just have them start running backwards, and once Jay Sean sees that, go deep. You know what I mean? Who cares? You know what I mean? That because it's a free play, and on a free play, you want to take that gamble, right? So 1st and 10, ball's going to be on the 18, 17-yard line now. We got slot left, T formation. We're going to do that counter to Bloss. He's going to be across the 10. He rolls down to the 6. So first down, as that's 11-yard gain right there for Bloss. Yeah, he just barely got tripped up. So the Mustangs trying to get in right here as we can, if we can punch it in, take the lead here early in the second quarter.
Yeah, whatever that defensive line is seeing, you're kind of getting pulled into the formation.
Man, and they're running a 6-man or 5-man defensive front. There's Jay Sean right up the middle. And let's see, it's a 44 blast, and he gets in for a touchdown as Jay Sean gets in for his second touchdown for a 6-yard gain. Mustangs go up 12-7. I do no longer have to say that one number. So 11:16 left here in the second quarter. Mustangs take the lead. We're lining up for a conventional huddle 2-point conversion.
I don't know if you don't run the same play.
Man, I mean he got or that toss to Bloss
yeah.
on that tackle off tackle. I'm with you.
Let's see.
We got slot left T formation. There's going to be Bloss off tackle, and he cuts it up and he gets in. Mustangs take it 14-7 here with 11:16 left in the second quarter, and you're listening to Andrews Mustang Football on KCTF and 105.5. And we're back as the Mustangs are teeing it up. Dante Lozano, the sophomore kicker, teeing it up. Mustangs take the lead 14-7 here against the Estacado Matadors. Man, the way it started, it could have been bad.
Oh, yeah.
The 2 plays, Estacado scored, but the adjustments or just seeing, maybe playing faster, realizing how fast where you got to be at the speed, So the Mustangs have clamped down on offense and defense and taken the lead. Chase Van Zandt in motion.
Oh, onside
There's an onside kick. We should get it.
We got it.
Is that Brody? Brody gets it right there. An onside kick. The Mustangs get it. Right. That's a perfect kick by Lozano as he kicks the top of it, bounced over that kid's head, and it went right into Brody's arms. And so we were able to get the onside kick. Lozano, look at Dante, all excited right there. And the Mustangs offense come back and take over.
That was a great kick.
Man, great kick.
Great bounce, everything. That looked really good.
That was textbook, right?
Yes, it was.
We got Jace Van Zandt in here for Bloss Hernandez. See Jay Sean still in there, Bo Hudson. Let's see. Great kick. So the Mustangs, with that momentum, coming back out, leading 14-7. Now we got maybe 5 minutes off the clock. Well, we only got about half the field to go as we're on the 48-yard line of the Matadors.
Man, this clock gets to rolling, though. I bet we can grind it down pretty far.
Yeah. Slot right, I formation. That's going to be Jace Van Zandt's going to be off tackle, and he cuts it back up right into the teeth of the defense. So I would like to...
Yeah, he should have stayed outside. Yeah, got a lot of field out there.
Yeah, maybe the coaches will relay that to him. Like, shed that, just your left shoulder. He was going to the right. Just keep your left shoulder on that pile and go out to the outside. It was there. But he did get one, so 2nd and 9.
We could line this up for old Jay Sean to the wide side.
Yep.
A little bit of the wide side.
Yeah, they're a little bit of the wide side. They're kind of in the middle of the field. Ethan Roberts lined up already. Same formation, slaw right, I formation. There's going to be that counter. Jay Sean's going to go and makes a move. There's going to be a holding, I think, as Jay Sean is across into that. I think he saw that flag. Come out, and he just kind of died right there on the out of bounds. So let's see if they bring us back right here.
Man, that had to be in the middle of that. I mean,
I didn't see it.
Yeah. I didn't see it because it wasn't out where he was at.
Yeah. We overcame a penalty a minute ago, but it was only a 5-yard penalty, and it was on 1st down, so it was 1st and 15. Now we're going to have a 2nd and 19 to see if we can overcome this one. It's a little bit more daunting as you have 10-yard penalty.
I thought for a second they were going to show that replay. I wanted to see if maybe we could see it, but it had to be down in the middle. I mean,
yeah, they do have replays here. I forgot about that. So 2nd and 19. Now we're on our own side of the field. We got weird formation right here. There's going to be Bo to the outside. They're going to roll it out. Colin's going to try to roll out. He does get 3, and he hits number 4, and he kind of gets pushed out of bounds after about a 4-yard gain. It looks like we get from the 41 to the 45 of the Mustangs.
I don't know if that
44.
I think he's supposed to hand that off, but I think Jay Sean's too fast.
No, so Jay Sean was out there. That was Bo.
That was Bo.
And that might be the reason why. So Bo doesn't typically run that play.
He doesn't.
But Bo came motion, so that might have been what happened is, the timing was off. Because typically he hands that off. So the timing seemed a little off, and Colin just took it himself. Here's slot. We got 2 tight ends over there on the right side. I think that's...
They just said he's on the wrong. I could hear the coaches next door saying he was on the wrong
I think
side.
our swingman was on the wrong side right there. So that's why I was confused on formation. But now it's going to be a 4th and about 13. See if we get our punt team's probably going to come out right here.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I mean they're not out there yet. It's 4th down, right?
Which I guess Jay Sean
is the punter, but typically we see what we're doing here. We might run it down. I bet we run it down, the play clock down. There's 20 seconds left. Yeah. Well, they're calling the play. It's 4th and 13. Ball spotted on the 49-yard line. They're not calling the play.
I was about to say, they better hurry up with the
Yeah, they're not calling the play. They're going to let it go down to about 1, probably call a timeout.
Take the penalty, maybe?
Yeah, maybe take the penalty and let Jay Sean. Well, here they come. 4 seconds left. Probably take the penalty.
No, we call timeout?
Call timeout. So they just want to keep me guessing through here. So the Mustangs are going to call timeout. We'll go back to the station. You're listening to Andrews Mustang Football on KECTFM 105.5. And we're back here in Lubbock as we're in a timeout. The timeouts are a little bit extended as they have a commercial timeouts.
Yeah. That's kind of an advantage, too. Sometimes, you're trying to get something into the kids. And,
Or even it's a momentum killer.
Yes.
It could be a momentum killer if you have momentum and stuff. So Mustangs offense back out on the field as it is 4th and 13. So we're not lining up for a punt. Could be a quick punt kind of thing. As you don't want to punt it and give it to Ross out in the middle of the field, which Cedric Ross is out there as a safety. So they snap it. We're gonna throw it. Let's see, and we just chunk it. Let's see if Jay Sean can get it. Oh, dang! He almost caught that. I think that's actually a smart play by Ross. I think he had a chance to pick that off, and he just knocks it down because you pick it off. It's ultimately a punt, right?
Yeah. That's 40 yards of field position, right?
Yep,
give or take.
Smart play by the player. So the Mustangs defense going to come out. I'd like to see a directional punt. See where Ross is at on the side. I know you don't want to get him in. We keep mentioning his name. I know you don't want to get him in open space, right? But you just seeing where he's at, kick it the other way. Even if it goes out of bounds, you might get 15 yards. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Yep.
So Mustangs defense come out on the field, right in the middle of the field, about on the 49.
Man, they're coming in a weird formation here. Bozeman's facing towards the quarterback. In motion.
They're going to just hand it right up the middle. Let's see.
That was not the quarterback. That was not 15. That was somebody. That's a Wildcat formation.
Wildcat formation.
That was Ross.
Was it Ross?
It was Ross playing quarterback.
Right up the middle. So let's see if they come out to that because it did kind of work. So they get about a 30-yard run down to the 29. So 20-yard run. They got one receiver up to the right side. They're coming back in the same formation. Just a real tight.
They're going to hand it.
It's like a wing, two fullbacks. They're going to hand it off, and he just spins around, and he goes right up the middle. That's going to be, let's see, who's in there for that tackle? Lomley, Colton, Figueroa, and Ramirez. He does a little spin move.
Like he's going to hand it to Bozeman coming around.
Yeah, coming around, and he's either going to hand it or he's going to turn back around and keep it. So trying to play some eye games here as it's basically a totally different offense. That's what we were talking about with Harvey this morning. They can run two different offenses. Ground and pound, what they're doing right now, or they try to spread it out.
Same formation.
Yeah, let's see. Eventually they're going to hand it off. Brody needs to be ready, not let him outside right here. Nope, just goes to power right over there to the right. That's Ramirez down there in the bottom. Let's see who else. That was Ramirez making that tackle. Lane Thomas coming back in.
That's just such a weird formation. And I think they did that to us last year, right?
Yeah, they ran that a lot last year. I think that was their dominant formation last year.
And I don't know if it's the same 23 as last year, but last year is it Torres?
Yes. Yeah, I think it was.
And he had a pretty good game too.
Yep. 3rd and 1, ball spot on the 20-yard line of the Mustangs. Mustangs leading 14-7. Same formation. It's a quarterback. I actually don't think you know who it's snapping to right here. That goes to 23. He's coming down to the left side. Brody's right there, and he gets past Brody, and he's going to get to the 6-yard line. As he does stiff arm Brody, gets around the corner and gets down to the 6 for a first down. So I think those two quarterbacks are like the centers in between them. In between Ross and number 23, Torres. And that ball can go to either one of them.
Yeah, just directional snap.
And then just directional snap, and then he can run it either way based on the play call. So right now, first and goal, ball spotted on the 7-yard line is where he gets. Same formation, little wing back. Number 77's on the right side now. See if they're running behind him. Maybe they're going to hand it off. The ball. We get the ball. Who is that?
That was
that's going to be
Ramirez, right? Yep, with the sleeves, I think it is.
Yeah, Ramirez gets the fumble, and that's where that spinning around does, and he just, I don't know if that, they both ran off, the Ross and Bozeman both ran off like they weren't supposed to have the ball. Yeah. The ball just stayed there, so there was communication. Bozeman didn't know he was supposed to get it. Ross thought he was supposed to hand it off, and it didn't work, so fumble, and Ramirez gets it, and that big break for the Mustangs is now we're here with 7.5 minutes left. You can burn that whole 7.5. Go get up 2 scores, and we get the ball.
Yeah,
so we kind of double dip right here. So Mustangs got a good opportunity right here. Already up 7. Slot left, T formation. There's gonna be who is that? Jace Van Zant. Is that Jace? Yeah, that was Jace Van Zant. He gets himself 2. Yep. So they're gonna spot it. Yeah, 2, 3. Let's say 3.
Yeah, you don't even have to worry about the clock here. Just get first down.
Yep. Yeah, just get first down. I mean, even if you go into half with this score, you're fine. But you want to add scores right here. There's going to be Jace Van Zant's coming around, and he's gets to the 19, so he's going to get himself 5 more. Ooh, camera's not moving. Why aren't you moving, camera?
Uh-oh. They said, hey, we can't see the game.
Yeah, probably. Got Roy Gatlin watching. Mary Davis. Quita, one of my favorites. LT's mom. Katie Martindale watching. Bill Neer.
This brings up a 3rd and 2 right here.
3rd and 2. Big plays. See, Jay Sean's on the right. Slot right. There's going to be Jace Van Zandt. He does get it. He's across the 20. Number 12, not liking being blocked back there by Jace Dixon. No, that's 56. No, that's Ethan Roberts. You know he loves blocking, yeah. You know he loves blocking.
I think Van Zandt picked up 5 more right there.
Yep, that's down to the 24-yard line. Or up to the 24-yard line. So the Mustangs running the clock already. A minute and a half's already been ran off the play clock. Jace Van Zandt running hard. Really like what I'm seeing with the line.
Yes, line looks really good.
Yeah, it looks really good today. I formation. There's that toss, Jace Van Zandt. And he's still going. He's going to get down to the 29. Another 5.
Yeah, I think we had Gio out there.
Blocking. Gio Cordoza.
Gio, he was wearing 14.
Yep.
We had a 60. I don't know who 63 is. Maybe that's one of those changeover jerseys. 63 came off and 51 went back in. So 51 Colton Horse.
I bet 63 is we got him offsides and Colin just falls forward. I bet 63 is Kobe Glass.
Kobe Glass. Yeah. You might be right.
I'm if I was a betting man, which I am, I would bet on that.
I did not do any gambling last week on the Monaghan's game, but I did win $20 for my dad. So that tells you I might have won.
There you go.
Might have gambled a little bit.
So first down for the Mustangs on that offsides. That's the 3rd or 4th time. Yeah, 3rd or 4th time the Mustangs have caught him. So
and it's big old 77 right there in the middle, jumping offsides.
77 was showing some emotion after that fumble over here. And then he goes out there,
Yeah, jumps offside.
Yeah, you want to make sure you take care of your own if you're showing some emotion like that, right? Slot left, T formation. There's Van Zandt again, which this seems like Van Zandt's drive here as gets 2.
And I want to see Jay Sean with a little more, man, just a little more. He
hasn't touched the ball yet. I don't think anybody's touched it except Van Zandt in this drive.
Yeah, he has 6 carries so far. Jay Sean does, and Bloss has.
And I really like what I was seeing with Bloss too.
Yes.
Jace Van Zandt's running hard right now. He's already up to 6 carries as well, right?
Yeah, he is.
Bo Hudson, nothing in the middle against this. Sometimes you're just not going to have that game. That's almost a T formation. There's Jay Sean going to cut that counter, and he's going to get across the 40 to the 41. As a good run right there. It's going to be a 5-yard gain. So it's going to be 3rd and 3.
Man, just when we ask for it, we get it, right?
Yep.
Jay Sean gets on the counter.
Right. Just clock ticking under 4 minutes right now here in the second quarter. Mustangs leading 14-7.
I think here, too, like you said, if you don't score and you take that clock all the way down.
It's a success. It's a win, right? It's a win in this drive and a bunch of little games within a game. So that would be a win. But you do want to score, but you don't want to give them the ball back before half. There's Jace Van Zandt. There's going to be a big hole. He cuts it up, and he's across the 50. He's still going. He's down to the 41 of the Estacado. So that's going to be a 18-yard gain for Jace Van Zandt. And that one, he broke a tackle right there.
He's hard to bring down. I mean, somebody's hitting him, and he's still moving his legs.
Yes, he is. Number 32 is kind of limping. He wants to come off. He said, never mind.
JK.
Yeah, 32.
Man, they got small in the middle right here.
Deshaun Osogu. Yeah, they did bring in their small ones. Maybe try to bring faster. We got slot left, wing to the right. There's going to be a handoff to Bo, and that's going to be a false start. Bo was getting hit as soon as he got it by big number 77.
Man, I guess that's just that's timing still.
Yeah, still timing. We were a lot better last week.
Yes, we were. I don't know how that played. I wish we knew how it was supposed to be ran.
Yeah.
Because we can never run it.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's see, and they were about to give it to Jay Sean to come to the I guess wider side of the field.
Yep. Slot left, T formation. There's going to be Jace Van Zandt gets swallowed up by 77 as Juju was trying to block 77 and 50 right there. number 50, Dakari Boyd, and 77 for Sondrick Smith. And they just blew it up. So we lost 3 more yards. Yeah, so it's going to be 2nd and 17. Clock's 2.5 minutes left here in the second quarter as we have. But one more first down might be needed as Matadors have 2 more timeouts left. So I imagine if we don't get this right here, or if we don't get a first down, or they're going to see a timeout by the Matadors after this play.
We'll have 2-minute warning right here.
I formation. Yeah, you're right. There's Jay Sean on that counter play.
And that was right behind the lineman.
I thought he actually handed it off to the lineman in 52. That's Ezekiel Gamboa, right?
Yes.
Yep.
So that's Sebastian Ortiz.
Sebastian Ortiz. So that is right, that 2-minute warning. So the Mustangs got a 2-minute warning here in the first half, leading 14-7. So we'll go back to the station. You're listening to Andrews Mustang Football on KACTFM 105.5. And we're back here in Lubbock as the Mustangs got a 3rd and 15. Ball's going to be spotted about the 46-yard line of the Matadors. Trying to get you want to extend this drive. Don't give them the ball. They do have the firepower to score at any time from anywhere, as we saw early in the game. So as they scored on the second play. Roy Gatlin, the grandfather of Jace Dixon. Jace Dixon's doing great up there. Jason, my son, Colton Figueroa, great friends. We got slot right. T formation. It's going to be a pass. Let's see what we do. The question mark screen. Let's see. Jace Van Zent's going to get it. If he makes that kid miss, and he doesn't.
Is that not a face mask?
It looked like he might have had him by the helmet. And Jace is looking at the ref like, hey, he grabbed my face mask. He's saying it right now. So
if we have 3 guys over there, we get 1 block.
1 block.
That's a first down.
Yeah, maybe a touchdown. So that's going to be a timeout for Estacado. As like you said, we needed 1 block right there. There was 3 guys. There was 1 guy out there, and we didn't make that block. And it was a great play call. Just wasn't executed, I think.
I think that's the first time we've seen it this season.
We saw it a couple times last year, and really, we didn't execute it but 1 time last year, and that was in the playoffs. Other than that, we never really executed it like we wanted to.
Yeah, we never ran.
It takes a long time to develop, and that time the line up top gave Colin time to roll out and then roll back around. And Jason was able to catch it, but he wasn't able to free up from that defender. So
I guess the only thing you could do on that, and maybe something to play off later on, right? It's like that backside tight end.
Yeah.
Maybe run him a deep drag.
Yeah, so right? Just in case he's not there.
That way, it's like that guy, you could tell he was going to make that tackle right off the bat.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it could have been a disaster.
Yeah. I mean, here, like you were saying earlier, maybe you come out in the same formation, and maybe it's the quick punt, right? Maybe Colin just gets it, and Jay Sean, whoever gets it, just quick punt, but a directional punt.
And really, like if I was Estacado, I'd put 2 guys back there, Ross and Bozeman, and have both sides covered. So if they do that, just kind of, just run and kick it out of bounds as far as you can, and maybe it'll go out of bounds on the 20, right?
Yeah.
Just don't let them run it back.
Yeah, no chance of exactly.
Yeah. We do, I think, let's see, we do have the punt team in the huddle over there, so it is going to be punt. As I see Richters and Brody Figueroa and Cruz out there in there, so see what they were talking about. Let's see if they put somebody deep right now. Yeah, there goes Ross, and he's on this side, so I would just kick it as far as I can to the top side corner. If it goes out of bounds, it goes out of bounds. There's nothing wrong with it. And he doesn't, as he's going to kick it. Let's see, that's Richter's going to be there. Let it fall. And he's going to go. Stop it. Perfect. Oh, don't run in. You can't run in. On the one, okay.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
A lot of time in college, if you run that in, if you run that in, it's going to be a so on the one, perfect. Yeah, it would have been a touchback most of the time in college, but I think they said that he had full-on possession at that point, so let's see.
This kind of hurts right here with you get an onside kick, and then you also get a fumble down here when they're about to score.
Yeah, we didn't capitalize on either one of those.
You would hope at least one, right?
Yes, you're right.
And that way it would be 21 or possibly 20-7.
Yes. So, the Estacado's got to play it safe right here too. If they draw back for a pass, I think they're going to come back in that formation.
Play those games.
Play those. Yeah, they're coming back in that same formation. Let's see what they're going to do.
So tight right here, though.
Mustangs stay out deep. Ball.
Oh, it's fumble.
Fumble. Make sure you make that tackle. There you go. As he fumbled, that ball was on the ground, and I think that kind of threw our defense off. Brody and both Brodys, Brody Nelson and Brody Figueroa, are just over here kind of like, where's the ball? And the next thing you know, Ross comes out. Yeah, he pops out to the right. Good thing they didn't fall asleep, and they were able to stop him. So that was almost disastrous for the Estacado Matadors. So.
And us at the same time.
Yeah, and us, because he was a broken tackle away from taking that 100 yards.
Exactly.
So they're coming down the same formation. They don't really switch sides. It's going to be Ross up the middle. And good play right there. Who had his feet right there?
Ramirez.
Isaac Ramirez had his feet. So
him and Palacios. Maybe Palacios was down there too on the ground.
105, 104 left there in the half. Mustangs leading 14-7. Good game so far.
Yeah, good game, man. 77 for them. He looks wore out every time they.
Yeah, he does. He really does.
Get lined up.
Same formation. Oh, now they flipped the formation. They're gonna just false start. Let's see. Yep, false start.
Moving back.
Yeah, that's 77. He's got some attitude here.
Yeah, and he's taking his helmet off after every play. He looks wore out.
He does. Like, I don't know. Maybe he's he is playing both ways.
Yeah.
A lot of times. So let's see. I think they're bringing in the receivers. They're about to spread it out. Let's see if that's what they're doing.
Yeah, quarterback 15's coming back.
15's coming in. 12 and 9 are coming off. So now they're gonna be spread.
Yeah, because that's 15. Jarek Ward.
Jarek Ward,
the freshman.
Yep, he's a coach's son, is what he is. So. Probably got some talent. Mustangs call a timeout. 37 seconds left here in the first half. Mustangs lead them 14-7. And that 7 for Matadors came on their second play. Run right up the middle, which we talked about. Bozeman being the one that's killed us the last 2 years and last year for sure.
Yes.
And he's the one that went right up the middle, scored, showed some speed. We couldn't catch him. But since then, the Mustangs defense has clamped down. They got a bit of a drive. We held them on 4th down with a big sack by Ramirez and Cruz. Their second drive, and then their third drive, well, we get an onside kick. We don't capitalize. Their third drive, they're driving. They're down there on the 5-yard line, and they fumble, and we get it, and we didn't capitalize, which that one's a little harder to capitalize. You have to go 95 yards.
Yeah.
But still, what we did is we took off most of the clock, and they get the ball back with about a minute left. Yep. On their own one, great punt.
We had 7 minutes when we
got the ball
down here.
Yeah, so. And we ran it down to just under 2 minutes. So then our punt was down to the 1. They almost had a disastrous play, catastrophic play for them, and they fumbled. Get the ball, they get down to the 12-yard line, 13-yard line, and now here we are with the 2nd and 12 as the Mustangs defense are just you're probably playing Tommy real deep. Yes. Nobody behind you kind of thing. Yeah.
And man, the defense, we really hadn't made an adjustment. I don't know. They just started playing a little more physical.
A little bit more physical. Yeah. They did bring Jay Sean has played defense more this game than he has in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
That we've seen. He's playing inside linebacker. But I think what we're doing, we have 3 inside linebackers. We're only having 2 down linemen in Lane and Ramirez. And Ramirez is having a great game today. But Jay Sean's kind of playing a cornerback position. They got 2 receivers to either side, but they're bunched in. Yeah, so they're in real tight.
What's wide side here? Maybe let's see.
They got a quarterback. He's going to drop out for a pass. They're going to throw it. A little screen.
No.
They see he's going to try to make somebody miss. Miller's going out there, and he gets past Miller, but goes out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
They just basically ran
everybody back, and he just come on a little drag, right? Yep. Yeah.
And the linebacker, I think, has to hit him coming across.
Yeah. Yeah, but you still don't want to. You don't want to panic, as they're still only on the. Where are they at? They're on the 35-yard line. Oh, he went out of bounds at the 35. So they're on the 35-yard line. Still got to go 65 more yards. Now they got 2 receivers to either side, spread out wide.
He's way out here wide. Jay
Sean's one-on-one with them. They're going to hand it off up the middle. And he's going to get it. He's good tackle right there for Rocky Stevens.
Oh, Rocky.
Yeah, Rocky Stevens. He does get down to the 50 on a first down. Let's see. 23, 22 seconds. Clock's already running. 21, 19 seconds. They got a spread. They're going to probably run that same play. Nope, they're going to fake the handoff. They're going up the middle. Rocky's going to be there. Let's see if we can get a tackle. We do make the tackle at the 39. 8. They call a timeout. We have a flag over here. Holding. Okay, good. Because they were down to the 30 of the Mustangs, as they are moving the ball pretty quick. Man. But a flag down here, and the clock's down to 9 seconds.
That was a great pass.
Yeah.
For that really freshman, that was a good pass.
He said in there, Rocky was decent coverage. If that ball is anywhere behind that receiver, Rocky's there to knock it down or maybe intercept it. Yeah, but he does catch it going across the middle. The flag's going to get them back.
The flag is on the, 44?
Yeah, 44 yard, 43, 44 yard line. So the ball was spotted on the 49. So if it's a 10 yard from there, it's going to be spotted. They're going to go first and 10 from the 39 of their own.
I wonder why they're talking to the Estacado coach there.
Yeah. Unless they're going to say holding on us.
See, he just said decline?
Yeah.
Timeout. Oh, no, holding
on them, yeah.
Oh, because is it under 10 seconds? Or
10-second runoff? Yes.
So it would have been 10-second runoff. Yeah. That's what they had to call it.
Because it stops the clock, yes. I think
man, you just got to get deep and don't let Ross or Bozeman get deep.
And really like that play where they ran us off and Ross underneath, that's okay. As long as we know we can make the tackle. Yes. Everybody come up and make a tackle, right? We still have some of our surest tacklers in the backfield. In the back in Tommy and Rocky. And Miller did a great job as running them out of bounds and not letting them quite get outside of them. Mm-hmm. So now it's going to be a first and 20
and this is
from the 39-yard, 9 seconds left.
9 seconds if it's a quick, maybe get out of bounds, but
no more timeouts.
No.
So this might be the last play if they can get one. We hadn't seen his arm on depth. Yeah, on depth. So we don't know how close he has to be to get himself a Hail Mary opportunity here. They'd probably have to get 30 yards to even give their kicker a realistic shot of.
He was kicking 45-yard field goals earlier.
So. But even that, you're still looking at 10, 20. You're probably looking at 30 yards for that attempt. So.
And you have no timeout, so you have to get out of bounds. So let's see what they do here. Still in the TD timeout. So. Nope, we're live now.
Yeah, we're live. So the Mustangs are leading 14-7. 9 seconds left in the half. Estacado's making an effort to score. Mustangs, look, Tommy or Rocky's going way back there. Let's see if they're going to bring him up. He's going way back there.
Where's Ross at right here?
That's probably he's right here on the bottom.
They're bringing in the lineman. He's staying out here with the receivers. Where's he going?
Yeah, he's not coming in.
No, he's going off. Man, I would watch. Who's the linebacker here? Pablo?
Yeah, Pablo's middle linebacker. Let's see, where's Sammy at? Sammy's on the edge, like a defensive end top right here.
And I'd watch one going across the middle.
Let's see. There's going to be a drop back for a pass. He's going to go deep. And they're going to throw it. And incomplete with 4 seconds left. Yes.
And Bozeman's up there up top by himself. But I think
I didn't even have the camera on it. But.
I think he kind of ran out afterwards. So
So this will for sure be the last play. As that one, Ross just went deep. Bozeman, Miller's covering him deep. Let's see if we play some kind of prevent. I don't imagine Miller being up in the face of the receiver. Brody and Miller, the cornerback, should be played back deep. Let's see. They got 3 receivers to the left. They're going to have number 2, Radon Sanders, up there to the right with Miller. Brody's playing deep. He's about 15 yards off the receiver. Jay Sean's about 8 yards off of Ross. Now number 2 comes to the bottom. It's going to be trips to the left. They are going to run it. Did we have an offsides? Sammy hits him. Let's see if we're going to pick that off. Nope, we just drop it down. The good play right there for the Mustangs. That's going to be the last play of the half. Mustangs are going to go into halftime leading 14-7 in a kind of a, we didn't know what it was going to be. Mustangs defense have shut them down since then, and the offense has looked pretty good. The last 2 drives we weren't able to finish, but it hasn't looked awful.
No, we've been getting first downs, right?
Yeah, first downs.
Beginning of the season, that was hard to get, even just the first down.
Yes. And this is against a good, big, athletic Estacado defense,
Yes.
So the Mustangs offense is holding their own against a very good and fast defense, and I think we just match up well against the defense that they run.
I think so, yeah. And I think it has something to do with Lubbock, right? We came and played Randall last year in the playoffs.
Yeah, we did good. We did all right here. Yeah,
it's something up here in Lubbock,
Yeah, so. I will say that too. The thing is I don't know if they're going to be watching film. I know a lot of times Brody talks about watching film at halftime. If Estacado's going to watch film, they might move their tackles out, and that run off tackle might not be there.
Yes.
But so they might make the adjustments, but will we make the adjustments? Football's a game of chess, right?
Yes.
And that third quarter is going to be telling. So.
Yeah, see what they do.
Yep, so we're going to go back. We're about 24 minutes of halftime. Both bands are going to go out there and do their marching. If you want to watch on Facebook, you might not be able to hear, but you can watch it. We'll be back in about 20 minutes as we're going to go get some water and maybe a chicken strip. So thank y'all for listening, and you're listening to Andrews Mustang Football on KECTF and 105.5. And we're back here in Lubbock as the Mustangs are coming out, getting ready. All these lights are flashing. Estacado just running out of their tunnel. Mustangs in their tunnel getting ready to run. Our band's kind of scrambling so they can go create the runway for the Mustangs. We're about a minute away from halftime being over. Both bands just finished up. Of course, the Mighty Mustang band won the halftime as they always do. Always, right? So Mustangs getting ready to run out of the tunnel, getting ready for the second half as the Mustangs are leading 14-7 as Estacado comes out, scores fast in the second play of the game, gets their 7 points. Mustangs first offensive possession. We drive down there, nice long drive, finish it with a touchdown with Jay Sean from 3 or 4 yards out. We didn't get the 2-point conversion as we did like the swinging gate or whatnot. Didn't work out, but we 6-7. 6-7 at the end of the first quarter. Has some total yardage up there, but I didn't see it as the Mustangs are running out now. And then in the second quarter, the Mustangs had a couple of drives that we didn't get to capitalize on a turnover. Onside kick. We got after our touchdown, we did an onside kick. We got it. We didn't capitalize. And then the fumble on the 5-yard line, we didn't capitalize. But we did hold Estacado on a 4th down. And really, since that first drive, Mustangs defense have kind of clamped down and haven't let them score again. A little bit of bend, don't break.
Yeah, and I guess you kind of call this a dirty game, right?
Yeah.
Just, if you score one more time, the defense can do what they've done.
What they've been doing, right?
You might be able to walk away with the win tonight.
Yeah. Mustangs, we were hoping there at the end of the half we could get a touchdown so we could double dip. Didn't work out our way as we did kind of have to hold Estacado from scoring as they were trying to drive with about 30 seconds left in the half. We did hold them. Now the Mustangs are going to get the ball to start the third quarter here, and maybe we can go up 2 scores or here early in the second half.
Yeah, I hope so, yeah. I want to see that return again, because earlier, when he returned it, we were at the 40, right? So that made it a little bit of shorter field.
Yeah, Hoverstein.
Hoverstein.
Yeah, it was Hoverstein who got it, and he caught it about the 30, I would say, but he caught it running. Yes. And then he gets down at the 40, and it was at least a 10, 12-yard swing rather than just fair catching it.
Yeah, and being at the 30.
Yeah, and being at the 30. So those hitting yards, a lot of times, some games, they don't come into play. But games like this where it's a 1-score game, those will come into play.
Big plays.
Yeah, big plays. So now we got Estacado teeing it up, getting ready for the third quarter of the Mustang band. I think they've done more running than a lot of these football players. As they were over here, they had to run to the tunnel, and now they're running back to their instruments.
Yeah, I think they ran a 200-meter run.
Yeah, they did.
Ago, right?
There's a kick that's going to be picked up by Bo. He's going to cross the 25. He's at the 30, and he lowers his shoulder, gets down to the 34. So Mustangs should have a pretty good starting field position here.
There's no way they're giving that to Estacado.
He was down, right?
There's no way.
No, he was down. I was already.
Yeah.
I was already looking. Coaches are having to get the Estacado, so looks like the defense is going out. Let me see.
Man, there was no way.
Bad thing is they're on Estacado's sideline. So Estacado got the ball as the referees are just saying that Bo Hudson fumbled.
I don't know how you get together. You have a side judge, right? He should make that call when it happens.
Yeah.
He doesn't, and then he gets together with everybody else.
Yeah, that was not even close to him. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that. So the Mustangs defense are going to have to come out with a stop. They're going to have Estacado's offense is going to take over at the 33-yard line here in the third quarter.
And that's why you have to capitalize on those 2 other turnovers, right?
Yep. See, there's going to be a swing pass to Ross. Sammy Saldivar wraps him up, but not before he gets 7. I know our coaches were over here yelling holding.
Yeah, and it was the corner or the receiver out there holding the corner. Was that Miller out there?
Yeah,
that was Rocky.
That was Rocky.
That was Rocky they were holding, yeah.
So they didn't call it though, so it's going to be a 2nd and 4 here in the third quarter. They're going to have 2 receivers to the left, which Ross is one of them. We do not have anybody out there tying in there for a linebacker. Rocky's coming to cover. There's going to be a handoff up the middle on Bozeman. Good tackle right there by Xavier Cruz, yes. As he gets around the tackle, the big D tackle, 77, he gets around him, and then and then makes that tackle. So it's going to be a 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3.
That had to be a little bit of film, right? A little bit of mismatch. Because Cruz, man, he's been doing great on the defensive line.
Yeah, this number 77 doesn't have an answer for him, to be honest with you.
And he probably 3 times the size of Cruz.
Cruz is a lot quicker, and Cruz is strong. Asking the boys, he's very strong.
Let's see what they got. It's 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3. They're going to have 2 receivers to the left side, way outside to the numbers. 1 to the right. Shotgun formation. You're going to drop back. He's going to be a pass. He's throwing it deep. See, Brody's there. There was a pass interference on Rocky is what they're going to call it. Rocky did push to capitalize on that. So the Mustangs give them a break here. It's going to be pass interference. It's going to be a 10-yard gain, so it's going to be
19. Right? Or am I thinking wrong?
On the 16, I think is where they're at. Yeah, they were on the 26. Man, 15 yards is what it is, right?
Oh, 15?
Yeah, so it's going to be on the 13-yard line.
And his arm, I mean, that's just more like a jump ball.
Yeah. He just threw a jump ball right there. And like I said, we had the numbers there. We could have, we did break it up. But Rocky did go push him a little bit. So it's going to be handoff up the middle to number 6, Bozeman. We do make the tackle. Who is that? Ramirez. There's a flag right here, late flag. Number 4 is Lane Thomas was in on that. Sammy Saldivar on us. Yep. So it's gonna be half the distance and another automatic first down.
Yeah, and they're at the.
They're gonna be down to they were at the 13, so it's gonna be a 7.5-yard line. First and go. Who is that running?
Ramirez
going out there for Titan Richter's coming off. So they're pulling off an outside linebacker. And they're going to go in probably the 3-man.
Going a little heavier.
They're probably going to our conventional defense, the three down linemen, 2 outside linebackers. But I think they're coming in with that tight formation that they do.
We got number 20 coming in here. Yeah. He's going to play that.
Yeah.
Wonder where Bozeman's at.
So he did not need to be coming on. So Bozeman is
they got a guy right behind the center.
Yeah, he's the quarterback. Is the Bozeman. They're going to have a fullback. They got that weird formation. Let's see. Play clock's down. It's a delay of game. So that number 20 running out, he went out there, and then when he came off, the referee has to stop them to allow us to sub in, right? And we didn't sub in, but it goes down to 20. So now the Estacado guys are pushing each other or talking.
Yeah, so right here, 45, big 45 is talking with the coach.
Yeah.
That's, I guess, Raham. I guess, right?
Raheem Hunter. Yeah.
Hunter?
Yeah.
He's a junior.
First and goal, ball's in the 10. 9.5 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter.
This looks like a youth Big Spring formation right here.
Yes, that's exactly right. They're going to go right up the middle. Ross is moving around with Sammy, and who was that? 65 Ramirez, who's having a great game today.
Is he a sophomore?
He's a sophomore.
Man, we've said his name a lot.
Yeah, one of those sophomores. Sammy Saldivar cleans it up as Ramirez was right there. So it's going to be second. That was for a no gain. 9 minutes left. It's 2nd and goal from the 10. I think they're running the same formation as they did have some success with that formation early in the 2nd quarter. But that's when they fumbled. Let's see if they got a big fullback, that number 45. We don't know who the ball will be snapped to, either number 1 or number 6. The number 1's going to get it direct snap. He's trying to get outside. Let's see if he does. And Brody just runs him out. Ooh, good tackle right there for Brody. And that's they're going to call a horse collar right there on Brody as he gets stiff armed. It looked like he pulled him down by the stiff arm, but they're going to call a horse collar.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
I thought it was by the arm.
Yeah. He got him down. Didn't let him score, but it's going to be half the distance, so it's going to be a 1st and 10, probably on the 3-yard line or so.
Man, they sure are talking a whole lot.
Yeah. From the 5, so it's going to be a 1st and 10. I think it's going to be on the 2.5-yard line, about probably a 2-point conversion look right here. And that fumble on that fumble on that kickoff's killer if they get in right here. So the Mustangs defense trying to hold them as we had a couple turnovers that we didn't capitalize on.
Waving the flag off.
Are they waving it off? Yep, waving it off. So no horse collar, good. So it's gonna be 3rd and.
I thought he had his arm too.
I thought he did too. It's like
that's a good tackle.
I thought what is he supposed to do?
So we got third down from the 4-yard line?
Third down from the 4. See, the Mustangs see if we can hold them.
Got to be careful, too, because 45 can get this snap.
Yes. And he does.
He did.
He did, and we just goes down right there. I think it looked like the center never handed it off, which would be an illegal play. He's got to hand it off.
I think there ought to be a flag right there.
Yeah, 45 did come up with this. So now it's fourth down. See if the defense can come up with something right here.
Did they call it? The whole team's going to the coach.
Yeah, they're not calling timeout. That clock's running. Here they come. 22 seconds left on the play clock. 8:07 left here in the third quarter. Mustangs be huge if we can keep them out of the end zone right here on a fourth down.
You got a receiver way out wide.
Yeah, Miller's going to be face to face with them.
Oh,
false start. And yeah, so the Mustangs are now it's gonna be fourth and goal from the 8. So the Mustangs here comes Jay Sean on defense and see who's coming off.
I think they're running the kicker out there now. 28 or 26.
Either are they gonna run their kicker or are they spreading it out?
28. Esteban Rodriguez.
I think they're gonna kick it. Good play right there, or good hold right here. Let's see if the Mustangs can. Where's Ross at though? He's out there.
I would watch.
Yeah, you just gotta. I'd play
a holder here.
I'd play regular defense here.
I can't tell who the holder is.
If I was the coach, I'd be screaming where number 1's at.
Yeah, he's pointing that way.
It's a snap. No good.
No good.
Mustangs defense hold right there as the field goal was no good.
Wow, that was some good defense right there. I guess no harm, no foul, right?
Yeah. So
and now you can drive down.
Yep.
Right.
Go score.
Waste this quarter.
Yeah. Well, it worked out our way. We like to waste time. So that was 5 minutes off the clock. The Mustangs offense can go still. Like I was talking about coming out of halftime, go get up 2 scores right here.
Exactly.
So
hey, what's the rule here, Dimitri? They missed that at the.
You get the ball where the hold was at.
Okay.
Yeah, so not where the ball was snapped. So is that how far he was? Because we're getting it on the 20.
I didn't think so.
No, I didn't think so either.
That's kind of how I was confused.
Yeah, there's Blas Hernandez has been running good today as he gets 4, 5. Yeah, they're gonna give him 5. Yeah, I didn't think they were on the 20. I thought the ball was on the 8-yard line.
They were on the 4, and then they got the
penalty.
Right?
So it'd have been the 9. So 7 yards back should have been about the 16. Typically it's 7 yards back. And we got the ball on the 20, so I'm not really sure why they gave us a touchback. It seems like what they did.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll take it. So it's going to be first or second and 5. Offsides. Colin just goes down. I still don't like him taking that hit as a quarterback.
It's unnecessary. And
yeah.
At 77, he's the biggest kid on the field.
Yeah, you're running right into him. But we do, Colin's a tough kid. Man. That's the 5th time I think we've gotten him offsides.
Yeah, 52. Milton Doss for Estacado, man. He's getting up every single time, and he's hurting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, was that a first down there? It was.
Yeah, because it was 2nd and 5.
Man, I don't know if you don't do that every single time.
At least if you don't get no yards on first down, you should be doing that on 2nd down. There's going to be Blas coming around this corner. There's a hole. And he cuts it up. He does get hit hard by number 12, but he falls forward. Number 12, Malachi Pratt. Yeah.
And he met him in the hole, didn't he?
Yeah, he met him in the hole, but Blas still fell forward for 8. 6:50 left in the third quarter. Mustangs offense can go. I mean, this is a huge drive for both teams right now, especially Estacado. If we can go get up 2 scores, their offense hasn't done nothing.
Man, and Blas is a hot hand right now, man.
Yeah, Blas is the hot hand.
Riding him a little bit.
I would put Jay Sean at that 4-back as well. That 44 blast with Jay Sean has been working. Here he is right there in the 4-back. Let's see if that's where they go, and that's exactly what they did.
Call, but it did
get stuffed, and so they were thinking it too. That number 77 likes to fall on you extra right there.
Yeah, 77, he's a big old boy.
Yeah, he is.
And what do we get there? 3rd and 1.
Yeah, it doesn't have their size. I bet he's 6'3".
Oh, yeah.
Probably 350 or 300 at least. Yeah. So here's where 3rd and 1, maybe hard snap right here.
Yes, definitely.
See what we got? 3rd and 1. Slot right, T formation. We got him. But we jumped off sides on that's the young sophomore 62. Let's see. But we could say, man, I mean, he could have said we saw him over there. That got us. So we did do that. We got the guy on the right side, but our left side lineman jumped off. So that's what you don't want to do on those situations. You got to know better there.
Man, we do have a wide side here. I don't think we've run that play all night, or at least been able to. So that might be it. They got speed though. That's the only thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Man, he's on the right side to do it.
Yeah. Let's see. There's Bloss. Cut it up. Yeah, he's got the first down.
Oh, yes.
And he's going to be across the 50. Bloss is going across the 40. He goes down about the 32-yard line. As Bloss is, he's running well.
33 to the 50.
33, so that's 17 plus.
Where do you go over here to the 30?
To the 32, so that's 17 plus 18. That's a 35-yard run.
You know what? I'm glad I got a mathematician for a partner, because if it was me, I'd be like, that was a great whatever.
Yeah. Still being counted,
yeah. I just write the numbers down, folks. Just write the numbers down.
So 1st and 10, that was a big 3rd down and 6 for Bloss, as he's ride the hot hand, maybe get it with the counter. There's the slot left wing formation. There's Bo going to be off the tackle. He gets down to the 30. He was Bo doesn't typically get to run outside the tackles, and he did there, but he falls forward for 2. So 2nd and 8.
And here comes 77 off the field, so that's a good thing for us.
Yeah, wearing him out. That's what we – and, Coach Harvey mentioned that this morning that, we're hoping to wear him out as he plays both ways. Mustangs run the clock down, under 4.5 minutes left. Slot left, T formation. There's going to be Bloss again. They do cover it there, number 9, I think is what it is.
How is that
Zion
not a
Robinson,
penalty, man?
Holding his head.
Yeah, holding his head, number 9.
Yeah, that was number 9. So for no gain, maybe loss of 1. That was Zarian Robinson is his name. Zarian. Yeah.
I would just say Z Ryan.
Yep.
Right. All right, what they got drawn up for right here? 3rd and 9.
Yeah. I'm not really sure. That 44 smash wasn't really there for.
Van Zandt
came out, looking a little yo-yo-ish right there. We don't have time, as they have to let the defense be able to sub. There's Jay Sean going to come on the counter. See if he can. Missed 2 blocks right there. 2 major blocks that we missed right there. As
Colton Orson, man, if he gets 1 block there.
Yeah.
And man, they almost had that right there.
Yeah. So now it's going to be a 4th and 11, but drive has stalled. See what we got. We could pass.
Could pass, yes. And I think, like I was saying earlier, if maybe run somebody up the seam and run Jay Sean out.
Yeah, out.
And maybe they'll kind of key on him.
Yeah, make the safety make a decision.
Exactly. Which I guess right now, safety's like playing middle line.
Yeah, they're all up. I think a pass is coming right here. Let Jay Sean make an athletic play. Nope, no pass, and we're going to get it. Let's see. Yeah, so we get the first down, and Jace Van Zandt, let's see, where are they going to spot that? They're at the 22.
Oh,
no, we got it. We should have got it. Down here, they're
yeah, first down.
That's a first down. Yep, first down. Great run right there for Jace Van Zandt as a good play right there.
I was looking up top by the sticks.
Yeah, he stopped 2 yards short. Yeah. But this one down here, who should have spotted it. Now this coach wants it. This coach wants a measurement, but it's too late.
They done moved it.
We've done moving the chains. So
first down, sir. Hey, they gave you this ball down here on the kickoff. Give us a first down.
Right. Yeah, you're exactly right.
Because he was down over here.
So now 1st and 10, good run by the sophomore Jace Van Zandt. There's going to be there's that counter, Jace Van Zandt on that counter.
Moving the pile.
Yeah, he is moving the pile a little bit. They didn't blow the whistle.
2 yards.
Yep. So it gets down to the 20. That's a counter play where Jace is the 4-back kind of off tackle, and then he counters into the teeth of the defense. We hadn't really had any success as Estacado has a player hurt. He's down, but we hadn't had really any success inside the guards or inside the tackles, and that one went right in there. So we'll play that one again. So Mustangs are off to the side. I think we're going to have an injury timeout, so we'll go back to the station. You're listening to Andrews Mustang Football on KCTFM 105.5. And we're back as the Matador 52 is who it was. Milton Doss. He's on the bench. He walked off on his own power. So the Mustangs are going to have a 2nd and 8. Ball spotted on Matador's 20-yard line. Big first down run by Bloss and Jace Van Zandt today, or in this drive. I like it. They tried to get him off sides. There's Jace going to try to cut out. He gets across the 15. He's going to go down about the 13. It looks maybe, the 13. So we're going to be 3rd and 1. Jace Van Zandt, hard run right there. He did a little jump cut to the outside, which freed him up. So is he stumbling? No, he's just trying to pick up the football.
And he's running good today.
Yeah, he is.
He's not going down on first contact. So
yeah. And actually, he's running better right now in this half than I felt like he did in the first half. Blas Hernandez having some success. See if we can get Jay Sean to the wide side right here. Maybe that counter. It's been there if we can lay that block. If that one block is there, we can get it. He's on the bottom side, though. Slot right, T formation. There's going to be Jace Van Zandt. He's going to get across to the 5. He goes down. He's going to roll over from the 7. 6.
Yeah,
he's going to go down at the 6. Here comes Blas Hernandez back in.
13 to the 6-7 yards.
Yep. 6-7.
6-7
to the 6.
I would like to see Jace back there, or not Jace, Jay Sean back there in that I formation.
And that toss.
Get in that toss.
Get him that toss.
Right.
Yes,
and see what he can do with it.
Yep, it's there. He's going to be 44. Let's see a 44 smash maybe right here. And yep, that's it. Jay Sean get the ball up the middle. He goes across the 2. He's going to fall forward and touchdown for Jay Sean. His 3rd touchdown of the game on all 3 on the same play. So the Mustangs go up 20-7.
Let's see if we get an extra point. No, we're going to go for 2. We're going to huddle up right here. Yeah, he had the last touchdown was a 6-yard touchdown. The first one was a 3-yard touchdown.
Yep.
So 3 touchdowns all by Jace.
Jay Sean, and all in that same play. As once they get in, close, and that one he just pushed the pile. He got hit right across the line of scrimmage and just pushed the pile. Here's that toss, I bet, right here in that I formation, and there it is to Blas Hernandez. Let's see if he does not fall forward. So the Mustangs are going to have a 20-7 lead here with 35 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, and you're listening to Andrews Mustang Football on KACTF and 105.5. Back here in Lubbock, as the Mustangs are now leading 20-7 in a very, very good game for our offense, one of our best ones. Estacado's got the talent. They've played some tough competitions in Canyon Randall and those Canyon teams, West Plains.
Definitely.
Yeah, so
and it seems kind of like we're wearing on them. It seemed that the bigger guys.
I think that's exactly what it is. They're just wore out. They don't have a ton of players, but neither do we. And I think it's just on offense, we just wear them out. I think this is kind of when we run this offense, what our coaches are hoping. We want to be faster. We want to get in front of them and just kind of push them, and then they're just getting tired that they're not able to make the play.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can see some frustration out there on them.
I'm trying to think back when we got that ball, Dimitri, we had about 6 minutes left in this quarter.
Yeah, something like that.
So now we have 35 seconds in 3rd. So we used plenty of clock there. I don't know. You think they onside kick it right here?
Maybe. He had a great onside kick earlier.
He's lined up straight right here. Maybe not.
Let's see. It's a deep kick. They're gonna catch it at the 30. So here comes the defense, which we've been. Defense had a big stand after the fumble on the kickoff. They had a big stand down in the goal line as a 4th and down or 3rd down. Brody makes that tackle. And then they were offsides on the very next one, and then that's when they decided to go for
field goal.
Field goal, yeah. So And really, they wanted to call a horse collar on Brody's tackle right there, but he was getting stiff armed and he pulls him down just like you teach.
Yeah, great
Pulling
tackle.
him down by the arm, great tackle, held him out of the end zone on a very good running back. So they can't do this. He's got to go inside the numbers. He has to go inside. There you go. See? Yeah.
Yeah, coaches. Dimitri's saying the coaches next door are saying it.
They're going to hand it off. He's coming down to the left side. He's going to try to get outside, and he does it and goes out of bounds after about a 2-3 yard gain.
Man, Rockies go over here getting blocked by 2 people,
Yeah.
and he still almost makes the tackle there.
Yeah. Rocky likes to fly around. That was they got 2 yards, so now the ball's going to be spotted on the...
No, they got no yard. Oh.
Yeah, that top ref up there. Yeah, that top ref up there is kind of behind. So it's going to be a 2nd and 7. Ball's going to be spotted on the 47-yard line of Estacado.
They're not going real fast.
They're not. Mustangs leading 20-7. 21 seconds left here in the third quarter. They got heavy set to the right side. Kind of that wildcat formation. Ross is going to get it. He hands it off. Sammy's going to try to... good tackle right there by Sammy as he does go forward. He does fall forward for a first down, but Sammy was able to... Sammy showed some grip strength right there as he grabs his jersey and pulled him right back at him. So
I thought for a second he was inside the pads, you know?
Yeah. And he pulled him right back. He showed that grip strength last weekend, too, on a couple of plays against Monahans where it looks like they got a big old hole and he just rips them back, you know. So good play right there for Sammy, but they do get the first down. And now that's going to be the end of the third quarter. The Mustangs, that's the end of the third quarter. Mustangs leading 20-7 going into the fourth quarter. You're listening to Andrew's Mustang Football on KCTFM 105.5. And we're back here in Lubbock as the Mustangs offense Mustangs defense, is coming back out on the field. The 1st and 10 for the Estacado Matadors. They're going to be They're now going from left to right. That's north to south. Going into the fourth quarter. Mustangs leading 20-7. I think you were just counting up. I think unofficially we have over 300 yards rushing for the Mustangs.
Unofficial.
Yeah. That power formation for the Estacado Matadors, they're going to just try to get it, roll out to the right. We're going to try to string them out there, and we do. Good tackle right there, Lane.
Is he going to call face mask?
Maybe? Let's see.
Man, that's tough.
That's holding. Yep, face mask on Tommy on that tackle. Yeah.
Man, that's tough.
That was a good play as Lane. We just strung him outside. I think that's been the strategy. Don't just string him outside, and then once he gets to the sideline, he's got to cut it up, but Tommy comes to clean it up, and I think he might have grabbed a little bit of face mask there.
Yeah, I kind of feel he was going to the ground.
Yeah. But
I feel like there might be a little bit of coach in this ref's ear, maybe.
Oh, yeah, he has been.
So, I don't know. That's just...
So you got 2 receivers to the top side.
They don't know what to do.
They don't have enough players, do they?
They got to cover.
Yeah, see, he's got to go inside the numbers. So when they bring a guy on late,
they need to run somebody off.
Yeah. There's going to be a handoff up the middle. We are there to make the tackle, and that was Ramirez? Nope, Pablo Bejarano making that tackle. Good tackle right there for Pablo.
And Rocky was a little confused there as to who to cover.
Yeah. Well, I think they were confused because there wasn't a receiver out here, so they're like, they're not adding up. Our math's not mathing.
It's not mathing.
Nope.
Man. We got 80 going up top. I don't even want to say his name.
2 receivers to the right side. Number 77 looks like he's in the backfield.
They're saying cover the tight end. Let's see.
There's going to be a fake handoff. They're going to try to get a screen to Ross. He tried to cut it up. Good tackle right there for Rocky. Rocky Stevens just grabs his legs, and if he misses that, he might have across the field. Yeah, he's going to try to cut it across the field as he got a wide receiver screen on the right side. That's on the not on the wide side. And then he was going to try to cut it up the middle, and Rocky just goes and grabs his legs, couldn't let him move. So Mustangs tackling has been probably the best it's been all year long.
And they got
2 receivers to the right, another tight end or a wing back kind of. But the tight end's covered. If he's on the line, he's covered. If he's off the line, he ain't covered. I can't tell what they're going to say right here. He's blocking anyways. They're going to drop back. He's looking for a pass. He's going to scramble.
17's not looking. We have holding on 77.
Yeah. There's a penalty flag up there. See what they're going to call.
Should be holding on the. Yeah, he's going to go talk to Harvey right now.
What do you want? Do you want to take the penalty, which I would?
I would, yeah.
It's going to push it back. Right now, it's going to be a 3rd and 7.
They declined it.
So now it'll be a 4th and 7. Okay, I see. Yeah. I see. Defense got to hold for 7 yards right here. Let's see if we can.
I would just want to make it a little longer, right?
Yeah, that was my thought, But let's see.
Man, Cruz is down there talking to the defense, and I'm in. Hey, come on, let's go. We got to make a play.
Defense they're calling the play here. See,
man, they got this kid walking out. Yeah. Look, he's walking out here.
And that's the thing is like those guys that sub doesn't count unless you go inside the numbers. You know what I mean? So let's see. We got 3 receivers to the left side. One at the bottom. They snapped it too early. I think they're going to call timeout as they cannot snap until the referee gets out of the way. So timeout for Estacado as their subs are coming in late. And the Mustangs defense, we've had this game played against us before.
Exactly.
Where we're looking. That's why we went to watches. But so when they do their subs in late, we're sending in a sub later, and it's either delay of game. I mean, it's a delay of game. They don't have time to snap. So
and I don't know if you saw Coach Ray. Lane was running off, and Coach Ray was like, "Hey,
slow down.
Yeah. No, he's
got to let you off. You know what I mean? So that when they sub, and that's kind of a coaching thing for Estacado as they're having their 4 receivers right here, and he's calling in a play late. You know what I mean? So it's not on the players. Yeah, it makes it hard for the players to be able to line up and run it when you're doing those subs late. So after all that, it's good. They had called the timeout to avoid the delay of game. 4th and 7. Mustangs can get off the field here with 10:15 left in the 4th quarter, leading 20-7, and then maybe the offense can go close this game out with a long drive.
Yeah, and I feel like Estacado, they're trying to sneak a kid, kind of like yours, right on the numbers.
Yeah, right on the numbers. He comes on late, so like we'll line up, and our cornerback's up because there's no receiver over here, and then he kind of comes on late. And the rule is if a guy comes on, he has to cross the numbers in order to be a valid sub. So he has to come into the numbers, and then he can come back outside of the numbers.
Let's see what they draw up right here. I would think something to either Ross or Bozeman.
Yeah, they got it. And
I don't see Ross.
He's going to be the inside receiver up there on the top side. Number 80 is going to be the outside. Number 80, Demario Cowles. They're actually in tights. Yeah.
Look for a rub route, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going across right here.
Let's see if we can make a solid tackle right there, and we missed the tackle. And he's going to cut up, and he does score. It's just you called it. They were just trying to get that ball to Ross, and they do. So now it's going to be 13-20. Mustangs offense are going to have to come out and get another score as ball game's not over.
Man, and that route right there, linebacker has to hit that coming across the middle.
He came across. Yeah, he came across.
Right behind the defensive line.
Yep. He was a inside receiver on the left side, and they weren't very wide. He was probably about 4 yards away from the tackle, and he just came right behind the defensive line on a long drag all the way till across the field, and he gets in. So they're going for 2 here, which I don't know why they would. Yeah, they did break a huddle with 12. That would be.
Oh, there's the flag.
There it is. There's the flag right there, as they broke the huddle with 12. But I mean. Good call by our coaches over here on the other side of the glass. So Now they're going to kick a field goal, which is something I thought they would do anyways. They're only, well, I guess you go for 2, so then a touchdown if they
tie it.
Yeah, so.
And then you can go for the go ahead, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so.
Which I'm thinking he missed one earlier from about here, right?
Yeah, it was about right here where we blocked it.
And we got Bozeman there on the end too. I'd watch it.
Yeah, let's see what we got. Snap.
He missed it.
Did he?
Oh, no, he got
I think
it.
it went in. Yeah, so it was a went in. So now it's gonna be 20-14. The Mustangs are leading here with 10:04 left in the fourth quarter, and you're listening to Andrews Mustang Football on KCTF and 105.5. And we're back here in Lubbock as the Mustangs kickoff return team is coming out. KOR is what they call it.
I'd imagine right here they're saying, hey, hold on to the ball.
Yeah. Hold on to the ball because we got lucky that they didn't score after that fumble on the last kickoff.
$56 yards, 7 plays.
On that drive?
Yeah. It seemed a lot longer than 7 plays.
Yeah, they had to convert on a 4th and 7, I think is what it was. And that kind of goes back to it because it was 3rd and 7. They had that penalty, and we declined it to make it a 4th and 7. You know, who knows what would have happened? You know, hindsight's 20/20. But you know, maybe could have been a 3rd and 17.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Man, I'd watch this right here.
Yeah, you don't want an onside kick as they got a little bit of momentum. Let's see what they're going to do. They do kick it deep. It's going to go over. No, Bo fair catches it at the 7-yard line. So I think we're going to get it at the 25 or 20-yard line. Let's see where we start. The Mustang offense coming out. Blas Hernandez coming out. Jay Sean.
I think we say this all the time, but this is what this offense was made for.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If we can go get a 7-minute drive that ends in a touchdown, it would be huge. 10:04 left here in the ball game. I can finally say in the ball game.
Yeah.
And 10:04 left in the ball game. The Mustangs trying to close it out, leading by 6. That's where the 2-point conversions. We have a kicker that can kick those extra points. You know, so slot left, T formation. There's Bloss in that 44 smash, that 4-back going back there, and he gets 2. Blas Hernandez having a good game. I think we were already over 300 yards rushing. We're the Mustangs, and now we just got 2 more.
That puts Bloss pretty close to 100 yards.
Yep, he's had a really good game. Filling in for Jason Mendoza, who's been gimpy for the gimpy ankle. So.
Man, we got 17 seconds on that play clock, man.
Yeah,
Run that sucker
down. Run it down. 9.5 minutes left in the game. There's going to be Jay Sean on that counter. See if he cuts it up. He gets across the 30, down to the 31. So it's going to be a 3rd and 4. Cuts it up and falls forward. Great tackle from the shoestrings for one of the Estacado Matadors. But you're right. We're calling that play in pretty quick. I'd rather milk it down a little bit. There's still 25 left on the play clock, and we're already.
Man, they got to use this clock a little bit
more.
Yeah,
we're at 20. Slot left, T formation. He tried to jump him outside. They showed some restraint there.
False start.
And now we call a timeout. Man, call a timeout with 20 seconds left in that play clock. So Mustangs trying to get a first down. I think it's going to be a commercial timeout. So we'll go back to the station. You're listening to Andrews Mustang Football on KCTF and 105.5. Back here in the fourth quarter, 8:54 left. Blas Hernandez is going to get it going around the corner, and he falls forward for just 2. So we're going to be about 2 yards short, 4th and 2, and it's going to be a decision time for Coach Harvey as 8:40 left here in the fourth quarter. Mustangs leading 20-14. If you don't get it, you're leaving the defense. You're really trusting your defense right here. You know, so
I would.
They're going to punt. Yeah,
man. If
maybe even if it's there for Jay Sean, he's our punter. You know, all you need is 2 yards.
If that was me on that last one, man, if Azam gets that block,
yes,
man, he has a first down easy.
Yeah, you're right. So the Mustangs are in punt formation here, 4th and 2, ball spotted on our own 33. That's what makes that decision. See if and he's gonna run it out. You see if he gets out there. Oh, and he does get the first down. As he does get the first down, he makes that decision. And, man, it was a one-on-one. Jay Sean, our punter, you know, and our best runner, one-on-one with one of their defenders, and he had to lower his shoulder to get over it, and he did. Man, they covered it.
They covered it, yeah. They did. Man, as you can tell, though, with Jay Sean, his legs, he's a little powerhouse. So.
Yeah, he is. So the Mustangs get themselves a 1st and 10, and if you score or not, what that does is at least another minute and a half, 2 minutes off the clock.
Definitely.
If you don't get another first down, so.
And right here we got 15 seconds now.
And we're still already lining up. Slow it down. There's going to be Blas Hernandez around the bottom side. Big 77. Is that him? 45.
Man, he has him in a headlock.
Oh, he got the ball, but he was already down. But, yeah, he has him in the headlock. Number 45, big guy. Big kid, Raheem Hunter. They're going to give him the ball? No, they're going to bring in a defensive line. Yeah, his forward progress was he did strip the ball, but his forward progress was already stopped. So, but yeah, you're right. Like he had him in a headlock.
Yeah, he's picking him up off the ground. I don't understand. Man, clock should still be running, right?
Yeah, 7:51. I'm not really sure. 7:45.
Don't run this. Don't run the play.
We're at 27 seconds left in the play clock. Yeah, they gotta slow that down right now. But here's Jay Sean coming around, man, and he's getting thrown out. Now he needs to not go backwards. He's trying to get around the corner, and he's going to go out of bounds.
You got to bounds.
This after that fake punt, this is going backwards here. As a 7.
And
I don't know if they'll start it over. I can't remember if out of bounds they started after.
That's it set, isn't it?
Yeah, but nah. Maybe not in the fourth quarter.
I'm not getting why they're not taking – they had 22 seconds that time. They snapped the ball. Like, you got to milk this thing as much as you can.
And now it don't matter because the clock stopped after out of bounds. So, 14-20, Mustangs are winning. We got a 3rd and 16 right now. The ball spotted on the 30-yard line. We're trying to capitalize. I don't know if we'll pass. We hadn't really passed as often this game as we did last game. See, it is not going to be a pass. There's Jace Van Zandt just runs it up the middle. Goes down for no gain. So now we're gonna come punt, which, like I mentioned, whether you get a first down or not, at least we got a minute and a half off the clock. But
hate to say we could have had more.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know that. Yeah. You want to run that down. Like right here, this ball shouldn't be snapped till 5 seconds left on that play clock.
Yeah. Don't. Yeah. Exactly. We got 20 now. Don't snap it.
Yeah.
Looks like we're going to snap it anyways.
And we snap it with 15. There's a far punt that's going to go out of bounds. I don't mind it right there.
Yeah, don't mind it.
You know, you don't want that ball in space with Ross, but that ball goes out of the bounds. They're going to mark it at 35. That's actually a great punt.
I thought it was going right to him. I was like, oh, no. Yeah.
So defense is going to have to make a stop here.
And they got to use that game clock. Got to make it stop.
And, you know, you start looking, I hate to hound it, but you start looking at those extra points when we got a kicker and like Dante, you know, it might come into play right here.
Yes, yeah, it might come in. Yeah, exactly.
Mustangs defense out on the field.
I thought they were calling somebody, they were missing somebody, but we're not. Oh, he almost fumbled that.
Good tackle right there for Tommy as they did get 8.
big formation.
Yeah, but they're still in that power formation. They're going to hand it off. He's going to try to cut it up, and he does. But Tommy's right there for a tackle. Tommy and Palacios. Yeah, so they're going to keep him a yard short from a first down. So it's going to be 3rd and 1. Ball's going to be on the 44-yard line.
Man, Bozeman, they don't show a size for him, but he runs way bigger than what I think he actually is.
Third and 1. They're going to come out in that same power formation, too. It's basically 2 fullbacks, and then they got those 2, I would say, quarterbacks in shotgun and Ross and Bozeman. Don't know who's going to get it. Looks like Ross is going to get the snap. He either hands it off and he keeps it right here, and he's going to try to get outside, and he does. Let's see if Brody's going to be able to. He's gone. And the Mustangs cannot catch him, and it's going to be a top-hogging flag.
Oh, we got a flag over here.
Good. Holding, thankfully.
I think it's on 77.
Yeah. So holding, thankfully, man, that I was just going to say that I keep hounding that extra point. You know what I mean? The extra points. And now they have the chance to go up, but let's see if they can show it.
Man, they're so mad.
You know, the Mustangs defense is talking, and you know, they just put Jay Sean in for Brody, and it's not like that. Brody kept him outside. That hole was, you know, right there in the middle. He just cut it up, and nobody touched him, and he had an easy touchdown.
Yeah, when you're getting those guys, those 2 fullbacks, 45 and 20, they're pulling along with linemen to the other side. So.
Yeah.
And the backs are very patient, right? They're catching the ball and they're waiting for a hole to open.
And it's there. So now it's going to be a 3rd and 9. Ball's on the 36-yard line. They're just going to same play. He's going to try to get outside. And he does. Now he's gone again. And he's across the 30. See, who is that, Cruz?
Yes. I mean, you have 5 lead blockers right there. And he's just staying there until he can hit a hole. He just accelerates. Yeah. I mean, he has good acceleration.
Yeah.
This kind of hurts too because they're wasting time off the
clock.
Yeah,
they are. So 5:20 left here in the ball game. The Mustangs need to keep them out of the end zone, which a couple of times they've been down here. They're just going to hand it off. Now Bozeman's coming around. He's going to try to get to the right side. And he doesn't, as Pablo Bejarano makes a good tackle right there.
Man, if you can get through the trash, you know, if you can get through those blockers.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Pablo did right there. He kind of weaved through it as I was watching him, and he was able to shed a couple would-be blockers.
And I guess I should say trash.
Coming up, yeah.
It's more like the wash, right?
Yeah, the wash. You're just trying to get through everything, yeah. So,
man, they just subbed.
They did sub, but 42 came off.
Man, they're going to counter back that other.
Yeah, let's see. 2nd and 13. Ball's going to be on the 25-yard line. They're just coming smash right there. And good. Man, Tommy needs to wrap up right there as he does lay a good hit. Lane scrambling up with number 77 back here. So now that was an 8-yard gain, so it's going to be 3rd and 5. Defense scrambling. 4:12 left here in the 4th quarter. Mustangs defense trying to hold on.
Change of formation again, back to that heavy set. 45's not out there, though.
No, I think he came off a minute ago. They're just running that smash mouth, trying to – good tackle right there for Cruz.
Fumble.
It looked like he tried to rip that ball out. They got down to the 12. It's going to be first down, I think.
Yep.
Palacios or Lomley's coming in for Palacios. Palacios should be running off. Mustangs defense got a hold right here. As the time's starting to run out, they're running the clock down as if they were ahead. So the Mustangs can hold them out of the end zone. They're taking their time as Estacado is, and they're just running basically quarterback beast right up the middle, and pretty much power football. Good tackle right there for Tommy.
He wrapped up that time. Still a gain of 2, though. Man, they're riding those blocks really well. I mean, they're kind of hiding behind those linemen and then popping free.
Yep.
20's coming off, 45's going back in. No subs for us that time.
Yeah. So 2nd and 8. Ball spotted right at the 10-yard line. They're just trying to smash it down our throats. And good tackle. No, missed tackle right there, and they're going to be in for a touchdown. The Mustangs are going to be down. They're going to tie ball game with an extra point pinned in. As they just ran it down our throats, really, is what they did. And they're going to kick an extra point. And I know I've said it a few times, but we have a kicker that made a 24-yard field goal last week, and that might be the difference of this ball game. Or if they make this one, that's going to be the difference of the score up until now. See if we can block it. Snap.
Oh,
we almost blocked it. Flag. We hit the kicker.
We hit
the holder. They made it anyway. So Mustangs go down 21-20 here late in the fourth quarter with 2.5 minutes left, and you're listening to Andrews Mustang Football on KACTFM 105.5. And we're back here in Lubbock as the Mustangs just went down 21-20. They're going to count that. They're going to step off that roughing the kicker or holder penalty right here on the kickoff. Mustangs now need to score within 2.5 minutes. We do have a kicker that can kick. He kicked a 24-yard field goal last week. So if we can get within field goal range, it might be all right. Maybe get ourselves a game-winning field goal, or let's just go score a touchdown.
I would definitely. I mean, if you onside here, it's not.
Yeah, after a 15-yard penalty, I wouldn't be surprised if they do an onside kick or something. Because if we recover it, it's going to be at the 35-yard line is where 10 yards from the ball. So, or kick it through the end zone and pin us down to the 25, but that's only a 10-yard gain, right? So I wouldn't be surprised to see an onside kick right here. We should be watching for it.
They moved up, but let's see what they do.
They just kick it deep. I'd let it go into the end zone, just let it bounce. Ooh. Yeah. So the Mustang's going to have to go 75 yards here in 2.5 minutes for a touchdown, which, like I mentioned earlier, we have a kicker that made about a 24-yard field goal, and he doesn't have a ton of experience, but we do know he can kick. So
we've got to get back to running that toss.
Yes, yeah.
I think that toss is kind of where it's at for us.
I'm not sure how many carries does Jay Sean have in this half.
This half, not many.
Yeah.
Maybe 3. I think I had this up at halftime. Oh, he has 2 actually.
2. So he has 2 carries this half. And Bloss has been the workhorse.
He has 3. So.
Chase Van Zant's out there, not Bloss. Jay Sean's going to get that ball. Oh, we're going to get ball. Oh, man. That was a little bit of a miss. That was a pass for Bo Hudson out there in the flats. A little bit of miscommunication as Jay Sean and Colin ran into each other and threw our own quarterback off target.
Yeah, he probably thought a defender was going to sack him or something. Huh?
Yeah. And he might have rushed that throw because he was open, but we needed to get it right over that defender. So 2:32 left here in the fourth quarter. Mustangs trailing by 1, 21-20. Slot left, I formation. There's going to be that fake handoff. There's going to be, we got a pass. Jay Sean, a pass to Jay Sean. So now we're coming out passing with 2.5 minutes left in the ball game, and another incomplete pass. So now we got ourselves a 3rd and 10 with 2:27 left in the ball game.
I'm not too sure what changed. I mean, I would have thought we would have still tried to at least run it.
Yeah. Looking for a quick yards, I guess, and
yeah, what's hard too is that those passes, I mean, if Jay Sean catches that, he gets 8.
Yeah.
It's not really not the home run.
So here's the slot right, T formation, another pass. And it just chunks it up. Now it's going to be 3rd and 10 as that goes out of bounds. So 3 straight passes right there. The Mustangs still have 2 timeouts left.
I mean, they got 2. They're not punting.
Yeah, we're not punting. I think we have to go for it, but
I was thinking maybe 2-minute warning, the 2 timeouts.
True.
I don't know. That's what I was
punt.
thinking.
Yeah, you do get the 2-minute warning if we punt right here.
Let's see what they do here. Another pass,
and he's sacked.
It was the question mark screens what they were doing. I know we asked for the pass a lot.
Yeah,
but I don't understand 3 passes in a row.
I think we panicked right there.
I think some of the coaches next door have a little bit of frustration too. Yeah, I'm not real.
So 2:15 left. The Mustangs we could get the ball back, but we're gonna have to hold them. I think we got 2 timeouts left. You have the 2-minute warning. They're starting on the 16-yard line. That was not a very good series right there with 2.5 minutes left in the ball game. They're just going to run smash mouth football right here. And Ross just gets that ball. He goes to the right side. He gets himself 6 or so.
Two-minute warning.
2-minute warning. So the Mustangs are down 21-20 here with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and you're listening to Andrews Mustang Football on KCTFM 105.5. And we're back here in Lubbock as the Mustangs are trailing 21-20. Estacado's got the ball here with 2 minutes left in the ball game. It's going to be a 2nd and 4 as Estacado's trying to finish it off. I think if 1 first down is going to end this game.
Yeah, especially with just 2 timeouts.
Yes, 2 timeouts. Mustangs have 2 timeouts left. Got to hold them to pretty much no yards. They're still in their power formation. That's pretty much what they've won this game on so far, and they're going to cut it up. He's going to get 3, 4. Does he get the 4? He gets down to the 6-yard line maybe.
He's short, so it'll be 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1. Mustangs have got to come with everything right here. So 3rd-and-1. Mustangs didn't call timeout there. I guess we're going to try to call a timeout. I called a timeout right there. You needed to, actually. Call a timeout. You hold them, then you get a timeout. You call 2 timeouts. We could have got the ball with about 1:20 left had we held them on the next play. But now we just went under 1:15. They got 2 plays to get a yard. They're coming around. He gets that yard, and he's going to fall forward for a touchdown. And they're going to go up still a 1-point game. If they're going to go, they're going to kick a field goal. If they kick an extra point, we're still within 8. Still a 1-score game. Mustangs could, let's see if they're going to kick an extra point or if they're going to, I bet they go for 2. Nope, 28's their kicker, right?
Yes.
So they're going to kick an extra point. Mustangs are still within.
Still in striking, I guess, area, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, you're still a 1-score game. Still a 1-score game. So the Mustangs could score and get a 2-point conversion here with a 1.5 left. And they held their timeout, so we have 2 minutes. And so it's still a 1-score game. Down 8, 28-20 with 1:03 left. Mustangs can go down and score and get a 2-point conversion and still tie this ball game. That boy Harp listening. We have 1:03 left here in the 4th quarter. Mustangs just went down 8, 28-20, as Ross got his 3rd touchdown, I believe, on the game, and he's kind of showed out. We kind of shut him down in the first half. He had that long run that called back for a holding, but then he had another long run to get him back down there, and then they just rode his back on the last few drives.
And that's kind of been our problem. I think same thing with Canyon, right?
Yeah.
They kind of started it was power football.
Mm-hmm.
We couldn't stop it.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's kind of what Estacado, that change they made coming out from half was, hey, we're going to get in this big formation and we're just going to run it.
And it worked for them. Later on in the 4th quarter, we were stopping them. Even that other drive in the 3rd quarter, they were driving down there, and we held them to a field goal, right? That they missed. They missed. But they did get that drive, so they found something that worked, and they've been doing it. So
I mean, you got 2 athletes like Bozeman and Ross. It's not hard, right? They're just riding those blockers and then taking off. So
yeah. So the Mustangs down 28-20. Still 1-score game, so we can go down and score. You know, we got 1:03. We don't have a lot of time this offense. We tried to come out and pass the last series. It didn't work, but we have scored fast before. So if we can go down and score within this minute and get a 2-point conversion, maybe send this game into overtime is the hope now.
Yeah, let's see how the play calling goes this time and see what they're thinking this time.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna run the ball, I would like to have seen it in the last drive when you had 2.5 minutes left.
Yeah,
you know,
not the 103.
Yeah, not the 103.
This kicker has a pretty good leg too. I don't know if. Let's see who catches this.
Yeah, let's see what they're going to do. Is he's coming to kick it. He does kick it deep. Bo's going to catch it. He catches it at the 5-yard line. He's going to come across. He's going around the 20, gets down to the 22-yard line. So Mustangs got 56 seconds left to go get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to see if we can tie this ball game up. As we tried to come out and pass the last drive. Four straight passes is what we did. The last one, we had, Bo was open on that out. Yeah, he was there. If you do pass, you want to catch it, get out of bounds if you can.
Yeah, that's going to be the only thing we can do here. I don't understand what Estacado's doing.
Yeah, I would line up and let's run this.
Yeah, let's just run against the air.
Yeah, they already blown the whistle. Let's go. You don't have to wait for them. Let's go, Cullen.
I think he's waiting.
Yeah, Cullen doesn't know. Let's go. Yeah.
We're about to run that time.
Yeah,
10 seconds.
10 seconds. I don't think he heard I saw the referee blow that whistle. I don't think he heard it.
He needs to hurry.
Yeah. Slot right, T formation. Here's another pass. Let's see, Jay Sean's going to be there. Just over. No. You'd say he was there, but that number 5 was underneath. So he had to he dropped. So you kind of had to get it over his head. So he wasn't quite open. That's going to take 5 seconds off the clock. So 49 seconds left here in the ball game. Texas high school football. To you listening right there, that boy Hart. We're in Texas, West Texas, up here in Lubbock, Texas. Man, Andrew's Mustangs going against Estacado Matadors. There's a handoff to Bo right up the middle. He's just fighting. Or is that Jace? That might have been Jace.
I think it's Bo.
Yeah, we get 2 yards. We're gonna have to call timeout now. 3rd down and now it's 4th down. Don't we have 2 timeouts?
We do have 2 timeouts.
So why didn't we?
Oh, did we spike? We
spiked the ball.
Ooh.
Why didn't we call a timeout there? So we spiked the ball right there with
you lose it down.
and so we lose it down. It was 3rd and 8, and we have 2 timeouts left, 35 seconds left, and we spiked the ball. Now it's 4th and 8. So now it really comes down to here. If you don't get out of the pocket, we're gonna throw it
for 2 yards.
5 yards, and that's gonna be it as the Matadors hold us, and then turnover on downs with 4.
Man, you fight so hard to lose this game the way you lost it there at the end. Yeah, I don't understand the timeout.
We had 2 time. We're leaving 2 timeouts on the clock. We got the ball left with over a minute, and we went 3 and out or 4 and out and we still left 25 seconds on.
Yeah.
That spiking the ball. That's complete mismanagement of the clock.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the thought was there.
So the Mustangs looks like they're just gonna have to nail the ball here. So the Mustangs are gonna go down.
We got
to the Estacado Matadors. We can call timeout, but they don't need to. We got 2 timeouts. They can nail it 3 times, and I'm not sure if that's what they're going to do. They're lined up in a shotgun. Yeah, they're going to nail it. So that's going to be the ball game as the Mustangs are going to fall to the Estacado Matadors here in Lubbock in a hard-fought game where we led most of the game, or all the game, up until the 4th quarter when they just wore us out, I think. And like you mentioned, it was a lot like the Canyon game. So the Mustangs take the loss here in Lubbock against the Lubbock Estacado Matadors, which a game that I feel like we should have won. I think a lot of these players are going to feel like they should have won here in Lubbock. So the Mustangs fall to 2-4, I believe.
Yes, 2-4.
2-4 now, and Estacado, I'm not really sure their record. As Mustangs have homecoming next week against Bushland, with another tough matchup, which their record's not going to show how good they are. They're going to be better than their record. So the Mustangs are, we had over 300 yards rushing right there, right? Probably 350 yards rushing.
Second half, he had 2, he had 7. We had 8 yards from our running backs. Unless I missed something there, but I think that's all we had.
Yeah, so the Mustangs came out. I talked about at halftime that the game of adjustments, and I think the adjustments were made for Estacado. They found a way to win, and it worked for them. So they made the adjustments. They came out in 3rd quarter. In the 4th quarter, they just played some power football, rammed it down our throats, really, is what happened, and they ended up winning the game there in the 4th quarter. So Mustangs are, I think, Blas Hernandez had a really good game. He had a lot of yards. The defense played really good most of the game. And they just got wore out there in the 4th quarter. So, and then Jay Sean scoring 3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns. I think he had
80 yards.
Yeah, he had a little over 80 yards.
Yeah. So I think we might go with Jay Sean or Blas. Probably Jay Sean, huh?
Yeah, I go with Jay Sean for the Sonic Player of the Week.
Yeah, for Sonic Player of the Week, we'll go with Jay Sean DeBose. Jay Sean with 3 touchdowns, just about 80 yards. He, when we rode him, we looked good. Blas Hernandez ran really hard. Jace Van Zandt ran hard.
He did, yeah.
Running outside the tackles. Bo, it just wasn't his game as they were clearing in the middle. But he'll have his game when they try to hold us in the middle.
Yeah, I think unofficial Van Zandt had 133 yards.
Yep.
So
thank y'all for listening and thank y'all for joining, and we'll
see you homecoming.
Yeah, see y'all at homecoming. Come out and watch the homecoming festivities, the parade on Thursday, and then the ball game on next Friday at home in the Mustang Bowl. Y'all have a good one, and you're listening to Andrew's Mustang Football on KACTF and 105.5.